Yo, we tapped in? Hold on, give me a second, man. Give me a second, man. Let me tap it in. Let me tap it in. We step it in. Oh, all right, okay. All right, we live at 5, man. Hey, guys, you know what I mean? Welcome. The A-Side Boxing Talk. You know what I mean? We're gonna cook over the topic. You know what I mean? So, first of all, as we all know by now, yesterday the WBO they ordered Terence Crawford to fight Alexis Rocha for the 147-pound WBO strap. You know what I'm saying? To some people, it was big news. To others, it was no news. Myself, I already kind of felt this was coming. And pause. And personally, as I'm looking at the landscape of the sport of boxing and kind of what's going on, Dave, what's good, my boy? As I'm looking up to the sport right now and kind of just looking at like what's going on, I'm really kind of indifferent about this decision from Terence Crawford, or I'm a little indifferent about this whole situation now. The rumors is circulating that Terence Crawford may be looking to sign with Golden Boy for a 2-fight deal. Again, I mean, maybe because I'm an optimist, I don't necessarily see it as a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've been telling people, like, even when we saw the picture of Crawford and Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya, I already knew what time it was. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Cowboys, Choco 940, here we come. Yeah, shout out. Yeah. You know 40 you know what that's gonna be. But nah, I don't know. Like I say, I'm usually optimistic about stuff like this. And so again, I kind of saw it coming. People be like, yo, how you see this coming? And I'm glad, people was asking me that. So I want to, before I open up the chat with everybody, I just want to kind of scroll over to a couple screens and just kind of mention a couple things. So first of all, for anybody that seen Alexis Rocha, his last fight with George Ashley, right now, hopefully you can see the screen. It should be popular. It should be populating. If you look on the screen right here, this Alexis Rocha box rec, right? Now, usually when fighters have tough fights, and I guess, give me a second. Salute A-Side. It's Fats. Was good, Fats. Hebrew was good. So usually when fighters have tough fights, knockdown, drag-outs, a lot of big punches are thrown, you may see a fighter get suspended for 2 or 3 months, right? The California State Athletic Commission. So mind you, this fight took place January 28th. They suspended Alexis Rocha for only 2 months. So as I'm watching this fight, or as I'm even looking at this, like how does that make sense to me? So what the California State Athletic Commission is saying is that from the fight that Alexis Rocha had with George Ashley on January 28th, it should take about 2 months, really, because the fight was on January 28th. His suspension is over 2 months exactly, right? So they're saying that it should take 2 months to heal up from his fight and then go into another fight. And I didn't understand that, you know what I'm saying? Because when you take a look at this next screen over here that I'm gonna stop. Hold on, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna give you this next screen, right? I didn't understand that because I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this 6-round cut, and I hope y'all guys can see this. This is obviously YouTube. I'm not gonna play nothing because I don't want to, no risks, no issues. But in the 6th round right here, Alexis Rocha gets headbutted, right? Nasty headbutt, nasty head right on the eye. You know what I mean? And I believe he was cutting that Blair fight as well. But he had a nasty cut over his right eye. Obviously, this was in the 6th and the 7th round. He got the stoppage. But just from, I guess, maybe it was just my journalistic senses tingling, but this don't make sense to me. How is it that a fighter is in a tough-ass fight, right, against a relative nobody? Like, nobody knew who George Ashley was. I think his biggest fight was, you know, getting beat or stopped by Tego, one of the two. Either he knocked him out or lost, but he lost to Tego. That was his biggest fight. But looking at Alexis Rocha right here, this picture don't tell me Alexis Rocha is supposed to be back in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So for me, this shit kind of threw me off, that with the fact of, you know what I mean, it just kind of threw me off that you looking at the butt, right? And you can see clearly his shit open, is dripping, his blood is a big gash, you know what I mean, over this eye, obviously is dripping down there. And then on top of them, only suspended him for 2 months after this tough fight. This was a tough fight, right? Anybody that saw Alexis Rocha fight, y'all know that was a tough fight. So for me, just seeing all of that play out together, I already knew. Like, I mean, obviously seeing Crawford that day helped as well. But obviously, once all of this stuff played out, I already kind of knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. I'm gonna go drop the let me see. Let me drop the link in the chat real quick, man. Let me see something. Let me drop the link in the chat. That way, I mean, whoever want to come up, we could come up, we could politic, we could talk about what's going on here. So I just threw the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up, we could talk about the fight, talk about how we feel about the WBO, talk about how we feel about Terence Crawford in this situation. And so, you know, and truly, right, another thing that I'm gonna bring up is that lately, I want to say like last week or something like that, we saw something come out from Spectrum Cable saying that the Crawford fight was he was supposed to fight Spence in like June, and they was holding on to a date and whatever. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Is it possible that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence are working on something that could working on a fight possibly? Yes, maybe. I don't know, right? Now this WBO mandatory, the WBO coming out and making Alexis Rocha the mandatory and telling Crawford that they got 15 days to or 15 or 20 days to, you know, come together or they're gonna order a purse bid. Let me see. Polo was good. Polo said Rocha got the balls to fight Crawford. To be honest, he needs more experience. I'd rather see Crawford fight Alexander Vesputin. I would want to see. I don't want to see Crawford fight nobody else not named Errol Spence Jr. But I don't know, Polo. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and we done had this conversation before, you and I, Polo. If I'm a fighter, I'm not fighting nobody that tested positive before. I remember Vesputin tested positive either before or after the Raja Butayev fight. If it's me, if I'm a manager, if I'm a trainer, if I'm a fighter, we stand away from guys that pop positive. You do it one time, shame on you. After that, we not letting it go down. You know what I mean? Jay Reddy, man. Hey, man, make sure I hit the like buttons, man. I appreciate that. Hey, if you in here, man, just, you know what I mean, give me a humble like, a humble comment, a humble subscribe, throw them humble notifications on. Yeah. So, but either way, man, personally, and the last screen I throw up, like I said, anybody that want to come up here, we're going to politic, we're going to talk about the fight. The last thing I want to throw up here is, let me see, let me stop sharing this screen and then go ahead and present it again. Yeah, so for those of us that's worried about if a possible fight with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford was in the works, right? I don't know. Nobody knows, right? But either way, this is the WBO rules and regulations. Right here, it talks about the designation of a mandatory challenger, right? Which is on page 8, and this is page 9. And then it starts with I'm gonna read you this E section. It says the designation of a mandatory challenger creates an obligation on behalf of the champion to defend against the designated mandatory challenger as a condition of the champion's retention of the title. So saying a mandatory meaning that the champion is obligated, a champion gotta defend against that mandatory because that's part of keeping the title. You know what I'm saying? This obligation may be subject to modification or extension by the championship committee for good cause, such as, but not limited to, participation by the champion in a unification bout or a unification tournament on such terms and conditions as the championship committee approves. The designation of a mandatory champion, a mandatory challenger does not create rights in the challenger and may be subject to such conditions, modifications, or extensions as the championship committee determines, right? What's important about that is exactly what I'm thinking, and that's that if Terence Crawford was working on something by the WBO rules, right, he could go to the WBO and say, hey, I am currently working on a unification or undisputed title match. Can you please push this Alexis Rocha fight off to the side until Earl Spence or whoever and I come to a common agreement so that we could put on this unification title match? You get what I'm saying? So again, I know a lot of people don't got no hope that this fight is happening. As the days go by further and further, I'm the same. I'm having no hope that this fight gonna happen. But you know, sometimes you gotta get out your feelings and just get in the literature. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I brought that up again. So it's showing you, right, that a champion, the designation of a mandatory challenger, that's something that a champion gotta fight. Obviously, a champion gotta fight the mandatories to keep that title. But in the case of a unification, the championship committee, for good cause, they could grant you an extension, or they could even modify the mandatory. You get what I'm saying? So again, I'm just throwing that little piece out there. That shit might mean a lot. It might not mean nothing in the grand scheme. You get what I'm saying? But you know, that's just how it goes. So I mean, it is what it is, man. B-Dog was good, my boy Brian.
What's up with you? What up? What it do?
Chilling. How you feeling, my boy?
I'm doing. Can you hear me? I got the AirPods on.
I can hear you. I can hear you good.
All right. Hey, let me ask you this though, right? Say this fight do happen, and he do fight Spence. Like, let's say Spence his last fight.
Okay.
How do you rate his career? Even though he fought that Spence fight, to me, like, come on, David Avenesian, Alexis Rocha, and then what two after that before his last fight with Spence?
You said, hold on, say that again. How would I rate Bud?
How would you rate? Yeah, how would you rate it? Even though he do fight Spence, but like, how would you rate him? Like, so especially off his last run of leading up to Spence.
Well, you know, you can't really rate a fighter off the run. You got to rate a fighter off his whole career. You know what I'm saying? And so for Terence Crawford to be a lightweight champion, Terence Crawford was undisputed at 140 pounds. Terence Crawford is moved directly up to 147, knocked out Jeff Horn, and I believe since John Molina, I think that was, Terence Crawford been on a 10-fight knockout streak. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that his opponents have not been the highest caliber opponents, but I believe Terence Crawford has showed the world that, like, he's an A1 talent, that he got, I mean,
no question.
One of the best fighters in the world. Like, I think Hall of Fame.
No question, but it's just like, would you rate him top 50, top 70,
top 50 fighters ever?
Top 40, top 30? Would you rate him? Like, if you had to sit down and write and think about the fighters, would you rate him in top 40, top 30?
I'm not sure. Like, so obviously, I don't think he's gonna make a top 10. I don't think Terence Crawford make a top 20. But when you start to get into, like, I mean, it's a lot of fighters, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
hard. Saying. But I'm gonna keep it 100 though. If as to relating to this conversation, Earl Spence not there yet either.
That's fine. That's definitely fine.
No, and I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just saying.
No. We talking about it.
Yeah. From the point that you're saying, like, I think if both guys' careers was over today, you would have to put Bud in there, right? Terence Crawford, you got to remember, he was the second undisputed champion in the 4-belt era, if I'm not mistaken, second or third or something like that. That shit count for something. You know what I mean?
I think he was the second.
Yeah. Now whether we like, hold on, give me a second. Hey, shout out to my boy H Money, man. A-Side Boxing, salute. It was good, my boy. Salute, man. Appreciate you. And my man H Money said Terence Crawford the best fighter in the world. You know what I mean? But if you kind of, I don't know, man. It's top 50, top maybe. I don't know.
And listen, I'm talking about if you had to sit down and think of every boxer you know in their careers and what they did, would you put him in the top 50?
I don't know, man. I can't.
And listen, and people think like, to me, I'm not a Earl Spence. I like Earl Spence. Like
Yeah,
he one of my fighters that I like to watch. But
yeah,
I'm no favorite to where I hate Crawford. You know, I just
yeah,
think
yeah.
Crawford is way better than opponents that he's fighting. Like I think he's way better than that. And I want to see. Yeah, we love the knockouts, but I want to see them dog fights, like them Charlo and Castaño fights, man. Them Harrison and Charlo fight, man. Them are fights that I love to see. Like they didn't even have to end in knockouts. Them joints could have went all 12, and it's like, okay, this nigga right here is a dog.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's a good question, man. I think I would have to sit down, man. But I also think that's something like, I mean, me personally, I'll be honest, yo. I don't know. I don't know if he would crack my. That's a good ass question, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even think about no shit like that. That's a good ass question, man. I would really have to sit down and because you got to think about it. Like you say, top 50, shit. I could probably name 15 heavyweights that right now off the top of my
Exactly.
head.
That's my point. That's my
You know what I'm
point.
saying? I might be able to name at least 5 to 10 lightweights that was better than Terence Crawford as a lightweight.
So let me ask you this then. Let me switch it for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Is there anything they both in their what? They're early mid 30s.
35.
So
I
about
think
mid 30. Okay.
32.
And you say Errol Spence 32?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So early mid 30s. And we say what career down the draw like to go down what 30, 36, 37?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't Floyd and shit.
And also everybody not Floyd, and also to be honest, Terence Crawford haven't had that word like he ain't taking a lot of punishment. Now we know
Right.
like in cut before, you know, we got dropped by Kowalski and shit like that. But as far as like punishment, when you really go back to Terence Crawford, the last real 50-50 fight as far as both guys really landing and going back and forth to an extent was the Gamboa fight.
Right.
And that was
right.
a minute ago.
Yeah, he's getting tagged.
I remember when that fight was,
right.
You know what I mean? So I think that Terence Crawford may be able to outlast his what they will consider his prime. Again, a lot of guys is fighting once. I think in the last 4 years, he fought 6 times. So at the end of the day, I think Crawford could, you know what I mean? I think he could do he could fight a little longer than what his expected prime is. You know what I mean?
So with that being said, right, even for Earl Spence, what you think they need to do, or is there anything that they can do in their careers? But him and Earl, because like you said, you ain't put Earl in there yet. So is there anything they could do for you to be like, all right, they top 50?
Yeah, for sure. So with Earl Spence, I'm gonna start with Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford only got to do one thing. That's it. All he got to do is fight Earl.
Fight Earl.
Listen, you talk. So, for example, like, and I'm in the middle. I'm a 50-50 between both guys, right? You talk about and I'm a fair guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm as fair as I could possibly be, right? People talk about Lomachenko and how Lomachenko was sold to us as one of the best fights. Yo, I remember motherfuckers saying that prime Lomachenko, they didn't know who was going to win, a prime Lomachenko or a prime Floyd. These is conversations I heard, not that I heard within boxing fans. These is conversations that I've seen on ESPN.
You know, ESPN, they was calling the greatest since Ali and all this bullshit.
A bunch of shit, right?
Yeah.
And so now think about it, right? These same guys with these ESPN pound for pound lists, these same guys have influence on the Ring Magazine pound for pound list, right? So if you could sell me Lomachenko as one of the best fighters to ever grace the fucking earth, right? And you beating that into the casual fan head to where they don't even really know Lomachenko, but they think this motherfucker's on the Floyd Mayweather level, on a Muhammad Ali level, then I can't excuse you for possibly doing the same thing with Terence Crawford, right? Because the main issue that I got with Bud right now is, what do we want to say his best weight class was?
Right.
For sure, it wasn't 135, right? Now he went undisputed at 140, but Josh Taylor 140 undisputed run was better than his.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And Josh Taylor right now may have a better resume possibly than Terence Crawford right now, with only 18, 19 fights or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that Terence Crawford best weight, his best weight was 147. He got there, he knocked out Horn, he knocked out Sean Porter, which nobody else was able to do. But yet it's still, I don't think that 147 was his best weight class. All Terence Crawford need to do is fight Errol Spence. You would be still be a 3-time champion, but you will be 2-time undisputed. The only other person that got that is Clarissa Shields, and that's women boxing. You get what I'm saying? So,
true.
And that's what kind of like tripped me out about this whole situation, and that's what kind of make me feel like it's both sides to a point, right? I feel like Terence Crawford should have signed the contract. Did I ever see a contract? Fuck no, I ain't see one. But if I'm Terence Crawford, right, and I know I was a champion at 135, I was undisputed at 147. I mean, I was undisputed at 140, and I got one more fight at 147 to make me undisputed again. Being undisputed twice in a 4-belt era, that shit puts you in a different stratosphere. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's top 50 shit right there.
That separates you from a lot of different motherfuckers.
And my boy is one fight. It's one fight. One fight, bro. One fucking fight.
Look, that, and I know you ain't making nothing less than what, $5 million that we want. I'm not gonna just put a number out there, but we know he was gonna get paid some cheese for that. If it wasn't like he wasn't gonna pay scraps for that fight against Earl. So I think he should have took it. I mean, I do want them to get their money and stuff, but being that, the only person to get that title, and why not take it? Why not go for it?
Yeah, shout out to my man Jamil from YSM. He just joined us. Was good, my boy. How you feeling?
It's good with you.
Chilling, man.
It was good.
Cooking on this man. But even with what you said, that, I mean, that's the thing that bothered me the most. You know what I mean? Because as Terence Crawford, now granted, this is a business first, right? So the money got to be right. Like I'm not even here to tell a motherfucker what they're supposed to make, what they're not supposed to make. But if I'm Terence Crawford, I'm doing everything in my willpower to get this Errol Spence fight, because being undisputed, the first 2-time undisputed male fighter in the 4-belt era, that's history. I mean, Terence already going to the Hall of Fame for sure. You know that. It just is what it is. It's worse fighters that have been in the
Why do you think he cares about that?
You said, why do I think he cares about what?
Being the first 2 division undisputed.
That's true. That's a good question.
That's a great question. But the issue is, on multiple different times, Terence Crawford has already came out and let us know, I don't need the Earl fight. I've been
ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. You made my point for me, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, right, if we see, the thing is, it's a difference between having your feelings and being realistic. You get what I'm saying? Like, being realistic, yeah, you might feel like you don't need that fight, but if you don't need to fight, just say, hey, I'm not fighting him no more. I'm on the whole, this is my career path. Let him do him. Let's get the fans out the limbo. Out of being
Meech, how many fucking times has he said that, though, Meech? He said it and he's backtracked it. I said he said it and he back. Okay, I got a question. Have you ever heard him say, I don't need Earl Spence fight, I'm putting that shit behind me? Have you ever heard him say that?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard him say that more than once?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So don't act like he hasn't said it. Now he backtracks on it, but he said it before. So when are we gonna start believing people when they start saying shit?
No, I'm gonna tell you, you absolutely right. You absolutely right. But the question was, what do I think that Terence Crawford need to possibly be one of the 50 greatest fighters ever? Or what
I didn't come in on that.
Yeah, it's all good. Or would I even put him in my 50 greatest fighters list? And I say all I need to see from Terence Crawford to be in my 50 greatest fighters list is I need to see him fight Errol Spence. But being the first two-time, undisputed champion in a 4-belt era, to me, that's going to put you leaps and bounds over you might be one of the greatest fighters of this generation when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hell of a feat.
Of what generation? What generation?
This one that we in right now, are these fighters the last 20 years?
20 years? No. 20 years? No.
You
We've
so
had motherfuckers in the last 20 years, bro.
no, I'm saying, but if Terence Crawford
he would be in that conversation as one
with them accolades, he wouldn't be in the conversation. And especially depending on the fashion and how he would beat Earl Spence.
Top 5. Yo, we top in that top 5 in the last 20 years consists of Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins.
You said top 5, or you saying like he'd be a part of that?
I ain't say
top.
No,
I'm saying like
I said he would be in that conversation though.
He
would be on that Mount Rushmore with those guys. He would be up there with obviously it's Floyd. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, Shalom, A-Side, can Ben Israel chime? Because I need
go ahead, my boy.
I need to get a dude some energy. And yes, Earl Bud Crawford, and I'm not a Bud Crawford fan, my G A-Side. Mm-hmm. It's man down today, tomorrow, and forever. Fucking with Ben Israel. But to that dude, yes, he will be up there with the Mount Rushmore. I'm going to use forget top 50, 15 y'all talking about. He'll be in the top 10, my G A-Side.
No.
Hey, it's only Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield, let me tell you something. When you said ain't nobody did, Evander Holyfield was a 2-time, 2-division undisputed, bro.
No, Ben.
But let me go on, my G. Let me land my plane. Then you. I
need you to tell me.
Let me. If my G, if is a big ass if, cause fucking with being Israel, I only fuck with Errol Spence. I fuck with Devin Haney, a little bit. But Errol Spence, bro, if Terence Crawford can defeat Errol Spence, he will. I repeat, he will be in the greatness because he'll be a 2-division champion in a 4-belt era. Different from a 3
all time.
Nah, he's not right now. No, he's not. No. You can't even defend that bull.
If he beat Earl's, no. You're not, bro. You said top 10, and I'm saying top 10 all time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he'll be in there.
All time?
What the fuck?
Yeah. I thought this was A-side talk, not casual talk. Like, what the fuck are we doing right now, bro? That's a hard
Ben, I can't give you all time.
I can't agree with it. I can't agree with that.
I'm helping him out. A-Side. Because I know. See, one thing about this shit, though, A-Side, this is why I turn my shit around. They gonna get mad at Ben. They don't know I come in with Earl Spence, right? Because I'm gonna help them out, A-Side. I want Earl to have all them accolades and all that bullshit. I want the fight. I want the motherfucking fight. See what I'm saying, A-Side? I'm a motherfucking wolf in sheep clothing on their ass. I'm gonna help them out. Yeah, bud. Yes.
But listen,
sign the motherfucking fight, boy. And I hope Bud Crawford over there talking with PBC, trying to get this fight. And now I know the fight ain't gonna come to fruition, A-Side, because WBO gave him a mandate to fight Frank Roach 20 days, A-Side.
Hey, well, let me ask you this.
From next year, it's hard to see if we're gonna get that fight.
Hey, AD, let's change it then. Let's go over to Earl then. What you think he need to do?
Same thing. I think if he move up to 154, do the same thing he do before his career over, get 3 or 4 more belts, even maybe fight Jamel Charlo if he could.
Oh, there you go, A-Side.
And that's what I want. If this on some real shit, my personal opinion, if Earl Spence is not gonna fight Terence Crawford at 147, if he decide, hey, I'm gonna fight Keith Thurman, fine, fight Keith Thurman. I want him to move up, take one fight, and then fight Jamel.
Ain't no one fight. Ain't no one fight. A-Side. He gonna go in agreement to what Suleiman said. Cause y'all got to remember, cause after negotiating with the Canfish Crawford A-Side, he wanted that fight with Canfish. He wanted all the smoke with Crawfish. Yeah, Canfish, aka Crawfish Crawford. Yes, it is. Being Israel here with the energy, bro. Cause this motherfucker said when he see EJ on A-Side is on site. You know when you tell a dude that though, AJ, you know when you tell a dude when I see you, you know it's on site. That means I can catch you with your kids, A-Side, and I'm gonna rush your ass, bro. Then when he seen him, A-Side, the motherfucker went to church.
Now,
He went.
I don't remember him saying it was on site when he seen it.
He did. He did. 5 years I've been looking for you, A-Side. If I tell a dude 5 years I've been looking for you, A-Side, Ben gonna tell you I'm gonna push up on you when I see you in front of the preach.
But that was
in front of the minister. Ain't no boss talk. Because these dudes, these narratives they're trying to stand behind. Oh, you remember when Blood Crawford told him in front of Bob Aaron that he want this the shit they can stand up under. Because right now, though, A-Side, but these dudes need Johnny Cochran to defend them. The shit they pulling out their ass right now, though, A-Side don't make no sense. Talk about
I want to go back to that top 10 thing.
Let's get matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go, Broadway. My man Broadway Joel, Voice of Dominican Boxing, motherfucking voice just got in here. Let me ask you, Broadway, what would you need to see from Terence Crawford for him to make your top 50? All time.
He's gonna have to do a lot, bro. He's gonna have to do a lot, bro.
Exactly, Broadway.
There's been like 2 fights in his entire career where I've been interested in. Like, this dude's resume is terrible when you compare it to like Julio Cesar Chavez and fucking Andre Ward and even Bivol and like guys in his current era, Bivol and Inoue, Canelo. Like, his resume is, and I'm not saying he's trash. I'm saying his resume in comparison to people who would make the argument that they are top 50.
It's not even he's trash, but his resume trash. That's exactly. Say it again. Tell him with your chest, my G. He ain't trash. The man resume. No, he ain't gonna beat Spence. That shit. That's far fetched.
On top 50, even if he beats Spence.
Yeah, that's
wild.
If he beat Spence, he'll be in the top 15.
Hey, yo, Meech, do you know how hard it is to crack that top 50? I don't think people realize how many boxers.
Only reason why people
is hard.
No, it's not hard. It's not hard.
Hey, listen.
Yes, the fuck it is.
You know why?
Why some? I asked Truth already. I said, if you had to sit down and list out every boxer you could think of, Terence Crawford would not top. Well, he probably won't even crack.
You know what? It's not hard to crack though, A-Side. And I know you told me to go on mute, and I'm gonna respect your platform, my G.
But I got down, man.
I got to respond to these dudes with the buffoonery, A-Side, because it's not hard to crack the top 50 when you're talking to full A-Side. We talking a full belt era. When these dudes who they trying to compare, and I'm not defending Terence Crawford, A-Side. Let's get this clear. I'm a motherfucking wolf in sheep clothing, my G. I'm not defending Terence Crawford, bro. Yeah. But I'm trying to make the fight, though. This is what being Israel here.
Ain't gonna happen, though, Ben.
I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm saying if Terence Crawford would have, and he would have beat the throne era Spence, he would have went in the top 15. Right now, it's not gonna happen though. A-Side, I understand what you're saying,
but it's been top 15 to win. You talking about evidence?
See, there's a lot of people saying top 50, top 15.
But even
now, I'm gonna ask you what you talking about, A-Side. What you talking about? This your platform.
Let's move on, man.
No, ain't no move on. This is the platform, my G. You can't tell the man to move on from his platform, man. Shut your go on mute.
Your drunk ass up. I'll go.
You need to shut your ass up, my dude.
Y'all gotta chill, man. Chill. Hold up. But I don't think that now, as I'm thinking, I don't think it's nothing Terence Crawford could really do to crack a top 50 list. It's too many fighters.
Okay.
Especially if you talking about
that's my point. That's my point.
He talking to big Israel. He ain't talking to you casual. Y'all casual. Y'all can't talk about no boxing against Madu. But A-Side. But if he would have dethroned Errol Spence, a person, what's the way is not? No. I'm talking 50. 50. He would have cracked it. Yes, he would have. Though A-Side. Yes, he would have. The top 50. Man, y'all shut the fuck up. I'm talking to A-Side. I ain't talking to you casual ass dude. But A-Side. just like I'm talking to you, my G. Forgive Ben Israel for coming on your platform with the buffoonery, with all of the shenanigans. Cause these dudes talking, they don't know what they talking about.
Hey, come on, let's get back to
let
talking
Ben
real
Israel
boxing.
defend his shit.
Ben
But
Boxing,
no, no. Hold up.
Have a good
Hold
night,
up.
bro.
But A-Side, when you talking about top 50, top 50 though, A-Side, that's not easy to break if you're talking about a full belt era though, my G.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
only talking to A-Side.
And we talking to you, Ben Israel.
All you casual fall back. Fall back, casual. Because y'all casual.
Then we all cooking, bro. You gotta let everybody.
No, but I'm only talking, but they won't let me
that's
talk.
not how this
Because
place
then
works,
I'm going to
bro.
tell them
That's
shut
not
the
how it
fuck up.
works.
A-Side,
Ben,
I'm
we
becoming.
can't do that. Ben, we
No,
can't
I'm going to let them talk, but they ain't let me talk though, A-Side.
Ben,
I
you
was
been
addressing
talking.
you. But I want to address you. I want to address by how you. Okay, there you go. Now y'all fall back.
Come on, bro.
Okay, see the A-Side. If he would have dethroned Errol Spence, right?
Yeah,
he already was undisputed at what division? Super 140. And then it's a time to be undisputed at. Only Clarissa Shield broke this barrel. A-Side, I was telling dudes that if Clarissa Shield was a man, y'all, we'll be up here talking about Clarissa Shield. She did it 3 times, A-Side. When we talking about pound for pound, Clarissa Shields is in my pound for pound, my G. That's top 5.
Listen.
And she did it gold medalist. She was a 2-time gold medalist and a 3-division undisputed champion.
Terence Crawford can fight Spence 3 times and still won't fight him.
See, A-Side, I was addressing you, A-Side. They jumping in.
This dude monopolizing.
That's facts, though. That's facts, though. That's facts. But now I'm addressing Errol Spence, though, A-Side.
My nigga, you can't filibuster me, my nigga.
I ain't filibustering you, though, my G. But tell me I'm wrong. But A-Side,
everybody cook though, bro.
You're talking too much.
You told me I could cook, A-Side. I ain't worrying about them casuals. Cause they casuals. They don't know nothing about no boxing. They is casuals. You can't defend them, A-Side. They on your plate. I get them. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying, A-Side? They be with the bullshit. But
Ezra Charles, you got Henry Armstrong, you got
I'm
Joe
wrong,
Lewis.
though. A-Side.
I gotta let everybody else cook, man. I gotta let everybody cook, man. We can't cook. Okay.
Yo, you got what I'm saying. You got Henry Armstrong, you got Ezra Charles, you got Joe Lewis, you got Willie Pep, Ray Robinson. Yeah, like bro, cracking that top 10.
Nah, he
like
won't crack.
No disrespect, right? I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan. Floyd Mayweather barely cracks the top 10.
Hey,
cracking that top 10 is hard as fuck.
So when he give me that though, A-Side, I'm gonna address you, A-Side, before I come off mute. Let me know when I could come off mute, A-Side, because I want to address.
All right, wait. Let everybody cook, and then I got you, man. I got you.
All right, I'm respecting your platform, A-Side. I'm
like,
gonna go back on mute.
Hey, bro,
what's up?
Fucking Willie, what's Willie Pep record? I got like 100 wins.
Willie Pep. I got to address the murder road fighters though, A-Side.
Hold on, he ain't say
I can address that, A-Side. That's where he coming from.
Man, you gotta let them cook, man. We gotta let everybody. We can't even talk, bro. You gotta let them cook. Go ahead.
Who else am I missing? Archie Moore. Like it's hard to crack that top 50, bro. I ain't even get to the dudes from the modern era.
Yo, we falling down a rabbit hole for no reason. We all saying the same thing. He's the only one saying that. Let's move on from the topic.
No, we not, bro. Because people gave resume, and I want to respect the dude who called up these other people. Because most people can't talk. Because the other dude who just gave that resume by Archie Moore and these other fighters, he know boxing, A-Side. Because he know boxing.
Everybody here know boxing.
No, they don't, A-Side.
These are my guys, man. I'm telling you.
We're
the
Broadway.
other dude.
I wanted to make a bet with Broadway.
I'm gonna go back on mute because he want to make bets. I make bet will be in Israel. This is what I'm telling him, though. Right? I'm gonna go back on route because I want to address the dude who made a great point, and he was saying this stuff before the other dude came up here and made that casual statement. Because he was saying some fighters, and this, like I'm telling the dude, I know how to address murder road fighters. This is where they're going at with it with A-Side. And I'm telling them,
but listen,
shout out to my A-Side. My mentor is Scrap Book Boxing. That's the person who taught Ben Israel everything.
It
The
would
man
be
got a
Errol
colossal.
Spence wouldn't crack the top 50.
Yes,
So I don't
he
get why
would. Yes, he would. So if we're going to address Errol Spence, let me defend that. I'm gonna go on mute. Hey, side, they moving the goalposts. A side, I can address anything they want to address, but I'm gonna go back on mute. A side, and when you tell me to come back off mute, A side, I'm gonna come off mute. All right, my G.
Got you.
Yeah, I wanted to. I thought Broadway was gonna stay on. I wanted to make a bet with him because now we got one of Broadway's guys versus one of my guys, man.
Who that?
That's gonna be a good fight.
Who that?
Who,
J-Rock
Rolly
versus no, J-Rock versus Adonis.
Oh damn, I like that. I thought you were talking about Rolly. I was about to say hell nah.
We've been sitting on that one for a minute.
I'm gonna go back on mute.
Wait,
but I had to say J-Rock.
That's a real fight.
I'm gonna just say that before A-Side let me on. J-Rock a whole dunk.
When this?
I can address A-Side.
This is
platform,
when they fight.
I can address any platform they want to talk.
You about to go right off the topic again, bro. You gotta let him.
He said J-Rock. I can address the J-Rock topic. That's not off the topic. He put J-Rock in this. J-Rock a dunk. I can say I can address any topic they want to address.
How? J-Rock dunk? How? Explain yourself. He just told me.
Oh, you ready? A-Side, come on.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. J-Rock ducked. He ducked Jamel Charlo. He ducked a lot of people. And J-Rock, when you talk banana, Rosario. I'm gonna say that name. And he did his thing. Jamel Charlo. They did not. Him and Jamel Charlo did not.
He said Jamel. I thought him and Jamal. Yeah, you're right.
He did not. They did not fought, and it was a time for
he didn't duck Mel.
He ducked him, bro.
How he didn't?
See,
he was supposed to fight.
He was supposed to
fight Mel after Rosario. He fucking lost.
Like what are we talking about?
Lost,
Hey Ben, you coming with the
casual. Before, hold on. No, ain't no casual though, A-Side. Because I love the words you use for these dudes to give them a life jacket, though, A-Side. I love this shit. You giving them a life jacket. Because before, okay, hold up. Let me ask you this question, A-Side. Okay, before it was that fight with that dude, was not Jamel Charlo asking for the smoke, yes or no?
Yeah, but he don't get the pick.
No. Was Jamel?
First of all, Jamel Charlo only had one strap at that time. So when you want to be technical, he wasn't the top dog, right? And J-Rock got a fight at home. He was supposed to fight Rosario at home. After he won that fight, he was supposed to go into the fight with Charlo. Now he had two.
You know what though? To make my point though, on A-Side, it fell into Jamel Charlo hands. You know why? Because at the end of the day, who Jamel fought though, A-Side? See, this is what I had for you. He still fought Jamel Charlo. And what Jamel did to his ass, A-Side, he washed his ass. See, this is what I'm telling you. Being Israel ain't no casual. I know how to talk boxing. At the end of the day, he fought Jamel Charlo, and what Jamel did to his ass.
But you
ain't no Jared Hurd shit. It ain't no Jared Hurd. The same person Jared Hurd said, Jamel Charlo, he was a little nigga. He can't.
Hey,
I had to take my man Ben. We got it, Ben. I don't know what's going on, Ben. You got it. You know what I mean? My nigga Ben.
I don't know what he was talking about.
Hopefully, hit Broadway up. Yeah, I want to make a bet with Broadway. Adonis versus J-Rock, man. Let's have it, man.
I like. Hey, look, I just went down a rabbit hole of watching all J-Rock fights this past weekend. Man, J-Rock a dog, man. I don't care how many losses the fool got, man. That boy can rumble.
David Morrell's gonna be the main event, right? I wonder who the fuck they gonna.
No. He was supposed to be the main event. He not no more.
Oh, he's supposed to be.
He was supposed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was wild. But who you got in that fight?
I gotta go home.
No. Don't do that. Come on, bro.
I gotta put my bias hat on. I'm going home.
No, don't. You can't put the bias hat on.
I just put it on. It's fitted.
All right.
7 3/4. I got a big ass head.
Hold up. That's great that you got your bias hat on. So now my next question is, break that fight down for me. How do you see J-Rock winning that fight against Adonis then?
All right, so
Stop.
the biggest issue with Adames, and a lot of people don't know, Adames is very, very undisciplined, right? In between camps.
Mm.
Right?
Not
Adames says, very true. You knew that. Don't do that. Adames is very undisciplined.
How do you know
right?
this? Wait, how do you know this?
Hey, let him cook, bro. Let him cook.
No. Wait. He. All right, so go ahead. I'm gonna let him
Hey,
cook.
bro.
Going.
Broadway. We can talk. Broadway, we can talk on the phone. After he can put us on a three-way, and I'll let you know how.
Right now.
We on right now.
Come on.
I put you on the jumbo that Summer Jam screen right now.
Hey, Broadway, I don't do that. I don't do that.
I'm talking about talking on the live.
I'll tell you, I'll let you know exactly how I know. We can
cook. Go ahead, cook.
I don't give up my sources. Anyway,
go ahead, cook,
right?
cook.
Adames is really undisciplined, right?
Okay.
You never know which Adames you're gonna get. If he's in the gym and not having a fat cat, you're gonna get a bad motherfucker. And J-Rock is really good on inside fighting. So if he's having a fat cat, I got J-Rock probably getting him 8 rounds to 4. We're just outworking him on the inside. If he's not, then J-Rock's in for a long night, man. A long night. Go ahead, Broadway.
All right. J-Rock is done. He's a washed fighter. And he's chinny, and his defense is leaky. Adames is a vicious puncher, and he's not going to be able to handle that kind of firepower. And now Adames is now switching southpaw and orthodox since he's been working with Bob Santos. It's going to be too much for J-Rock, and I'm willing to put bread on that. I got Adames knocking this guy out probably in the 5th.
Okay.
In the 5th?
5th round. Hey, man, this dude ain't going rounds with him, bro. Like, you saw what Rosario did to him. Rosario, I watched that fight like a month ago again. Yo,
I saw Adames lose to Patrick Teixeira, man. Stop it, bro.
Okay, and I saw J-Rock lose to Vladimir.
I know you. I said you brought up Rosario. We both seen these dudes lose, so stop acting like your niggas invincible.
Yeah, but one dude got knocked out, the other dude lost a decision. So
he lost to Patrick Teixeira, bro.
Your man lost to Vladimir Hernandez.
I don't think he lost that fight. You can give me the Rosario fight. I don't think he lost Hernandez.
It don't matter what you think. He lost.
True, but I know your man lost to Patrick Teixeira. Is Patrick Teixeira good to you?
Is Vladimir Hernandez good to you?
I asked you a question.
Is 2 losses better than 1?
Is Patrick Teixeira good to you?
2 losses better than 1?
Yes or no? Yes or no? Is Patrick Teixeira good to you?
He ain't good. He ain't good. Patrick Teixeira ain't good.
No. All right. It's 2. Yo, would you rather have 2 losses or 1?
It depends on who.
All right. Would you rather get knocked out or lose a decision?
I'd rather lose.
Man. There's levels to this. There's levels to this, brother. You don't got a cap because that's your man. And again, I'm willing to put the bread up.
Hey, Polo said Patrick.
I called you back in here so we could bet, bro.
What was that?
I said, I'm the one that was asking for you to come back. Did you not hear that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He was.
Everybody else heard it?
I wasn't
on. Broadway had dipped after that. But no, I think that's going to be a real good fight. I'm personally taking the Adames in that fight, but I'm not counting J-Rock out.
Yeah,
because I heard, we hear things. I heard that, what's my man name? Damn, I'm drawing the blank. I heard that fucking Adames gave Caleb Plant some really, 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 really good sparring, right? And so I'm sitting here thinking, like, if Breadman didn't think that he saw something, why the fuck would he let Adames fight J-Rock, knowing the good work that Adames gave to Caleb Plant? So again, you got to factor the coach in there. I think Breadman is a good coach. I know Adames, obviously he hot right now. He beat Deryevchenko, knocked Montiel out in like 3 rounds. But Montiel had been knocked out before, so that's whatever, right? He went the distance with Charlo. So that shit got me I'm a little interested with that, simply because, again, if you know that, well, the rumor is that he knocked him out. That's just what it is. The rumor is that he knocked Caleb Plant out in sparring. That's he was beating his ass and knocked him out in sparring. I don't know how that goes. Maybe not. Who knows? That's just on the street. But if me as a head coach, if somebody is supposedly getting the best of my best fighter that I got, I don't think it would make sense if I really didn't see something for me to let my fighter that's not as good as the other fighter go ahead and fight that same guy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We definitely gonna see. But I mean, I personally got Adames, but I would love to see the game plan that Breadman gonna craft for J-Rock going into that fight. A lot of people think J-Rock is washed, myself included. And I want to see that, man. I'm curious as to how that.
Why
fight.
though? Why you think that?
What do you say?
That he washed.
I mean, I just think I'm looking at him. That was the Vladimir, my man that he fought. He started off strong. He just kind of faded down the end. His last fight was like an 8-rounder against some. What's his last fight? Let me pull his box real quick.
But Meech, to be fair, that was a hell of a layoff.
Yeah, you're right. But old boy was coming off a loss too.
The fight is in June?
June 24th, I think.
Okay. Adames just left for Vegas yesterday for training camp. So he gonna have 3 months to prepare, 4 months.
No, with June, it's about to be March, April. So basically,
no, but
3.5.
24th, and it's February 27th.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 3.5.
Yeah, so there you go. So even if he did come out of shape, which I'm pretty sure he didn't, that's enough time to get in shape and have a normal training camp.
Okay. Well, J-Rock, yeah, his last fight was November 5th, 2022. Let me add this joint up here. Let me see. Present. Share screen. See, his last fight was. Let me see. You jump back real quick. So again, and then this, yeah, I don't know, man. So obviously, Jarrett Hurd, that was, I guess, his peak. He peaked with Jarrett Hurd, got knocked out by Rosario. He lost a split decision, which means that was a real tough fight to Vladimir Hernandez, who was 12-4 at the time. Vladimir Hernandez was okay. Yeah, beat Angulo before, beat Aaron Coley. Yeah,
yeah, but that was a wash, Angulo.
Yeah, I mean,
and at 168, Angulo was a career 154 pounder. So
yeah, so I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. You know what? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna say J-Rock wash. I'm just gonna say the verdict is still out. The verdict ain't come in yet on J-Rock, man. But
Watson, how much of your money I'm taking?
It depends. I was going to bet dinner, but now you're talking bread, so we can bet a bean.
Yeah, you can hit my DM. You can hit my DM.
Let's do it, man. Hey, make sure I get my founder feet, man. Let me see what my man say. MD Mills. If you look at Crawford, everyone they said he was going to give him a challenge, he ended up smashing. Whether it's Prescott, Felix Diaz, Postal, Gamboa, Porter, etc.
I don't think he smashed Gamboa. I don't think he smashed Porter. He got the stoppage, but I don't think smash is a proper way of describing that. Felix Diaz, I'm Dominican, bro. Nobody was predicting that Felix Diaz was going to give Crawford problems.
He didn't even smash Benavidez.
Benavidez, hell yeah, that was a close fight up until he got the stoppage. Prescott and Postal, I will agree. People were saying that they would give him some trouble. And I actually don't remember the Prescott fight. I remember watching it, but I don't remember how it played out. I know he got the stoppage. But
yeah, he took. But I think the reason he took that Breeders Prescott fight on like a short notice, like
he moved up in weight and everything, right?
Yeah, he moved up and he took that shit short. Like that was a short notice fight. So
yeah. Nah. I'll give him that. But Gamboa, Porter, and for sure. And then again, Felix Diaz. Nobody was predicting that he was going to.
They said because he had a tough fight with Vladimir Hernandez. That's what show you a sign that he getting washed. That he's supposed to be. Getting.
You know what I don't understand about Crawford fans, and right, I try to be neutral, but Crawford fans, they cling to the everyone is scared of Crawford narrative, right? So if we rewind the clock, the young bulls didn't start going after other fighters until Crawford chose to fight Abanesian. The whole division was on a standstill. Virgil petitions to fight Amanda Stanionis when Crawford chose Abanesian. Boots petitions to fight Spence. But somehow the narrative became that they avoided the WBO because they were scared. The fuck you wanted him to wait forever?
I will say is why nobody went the WBO route. I understand Virgil.
Hey, go ahead, because I was about to cook on that. Go ahead.
Virgil was ranked #1, and I believe he had won a final eliminator against what's it, Hooker or who was it? He won an eliminator. I don't remember if it was final or not. But I remember he was ranked #1. He could have went this route. Now Rocha getting the shot. You want a title shot, but yet you going and fighting the WBO.
Yeah, but regular? Question. Which you wanted him to wait till May? Well, shit. I mean, he ended up waiting.
Yeah, I was going to say
he's
going to end up fighting in May anyway.
I mean, but hindsight, but I'm gonna shoot him some bell. And hindsight is 2020. He went after Stanionis when Crawford chose Avanesian. Crawford could have picked up the phone and called either one of them. He made a choice not to.
But you know what? But see, the thing I don't like about that decision is because Virgil was #1. We already knew that Keith Thurman was going to be situated with that WBC. We already knew that Virgil was about to fight Stanionis with the WBA. All Boots had to do was just chill. All he had to do was chill, and he would have that mandatory that they just called, right? He would have been the guy. And even for a minute, I started to think like, well, damn. Give me 1 second, right? I started to think like, damn, well,
good.
PBC fighters really don't fight for the WBO strap like that. So that don't make sense. So maybe that's why he did it. Then I thought again, like, hold up. Cool Boy first title was the WBO strap. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even really give him that out because it's been done. And not only has it been done by a fighter in his city too. You know what I mean? So I think that was a bad business move.
Yeah. No, like I said, you forgetting history. The week of the announcement of Avanesian, Boots petitions to fight Errol Spence. He didn't go. Remember, Crawford's mandatory is doing May. So he's trying to go after that. He's trying to become that actual IBF mandatory now. Okay. They order him to fight Karen. So you want him to wait another 5 months and not take that shot? That doesn't make sense.
But Karen was ranked in the
and at that time, and wait, he petitions to fight Errol Spence. They order the 2 highest IBF ranked contenders that are available to fight for the interim /Mando. At that time, Errol Spence had not been in a car accident. He was slated to fight in what, January, February, right? So I feel like people are playing Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah, I can see where I can see that. But again, I mean, I guess if he, but I don't know. I just be feeling like, and maybe it is Monday morning quarterback, but I just feel like even with petitioning the IBF to fight, like, bro, like I just like I don't know, like, wouldn't you think that you're not getting that fight? Like, wouldn't you know that, like, you're not getting that fight? Like, I could see you petitioning, but really, what was the likelihood of them be like, all right, yo, fuck all of the Spence Crawford shit, fuck what Mauricio said. And then remember, Mauricio at the WBC conference, Mauricio had came out and said that the that his mandatory was ahead of all them guys. You know what I'm saying? So at worst case scenario, right? Even if things
that doesn't mean that the IBF has to honor that, bro. We talking about him. This happened literally a couple days after Avanesian. He petitions to fight Earl. Y'all acting like he just sat back and petitions to be the IBF interim. He chose Earl because Crawford left negotiations. He chose somebody that wasn't Virgil Ortiz and wasn't Jerron Ennis.
So as
you can't tell me somebody duck.
No, I ain't say he ducking.
Go ahead.
No,
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying the narrative around is the 2 young bulls duck. Reality was Crawford didn't call neither one of them for that BLK Prime fight. When he chose, they were all waiting on the undisputed fight. Then everybody else went their route. And now people are criticizing, calling them ducks. When Crawford left the undisputed talks to take a tune-up, whatever you want to call it, and them young boys chose their route based off of his move. Come on, man.
Polo said, to be fair, everybody waiting for vacant belts or upgrades to full belts once Spence moves up. My man said, didn't Bozy say that they've been petitioning the IBF? Yeah, we're going to see.
He petitioned the week of that signing.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody getting vacants. Ain't nobody winning that strap off nobody. Everybody getting vacant for you. Let me see why I try to negotiate. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. I don't know, man. So how y'all feel? So maybe I'm crazy. I probably am, but I still think it's a possible chance that even if he signed with Golden Boy, that I mean, Grant, and it's not a co-promotional thing, but Golden Boy, obviously Ryan Garcia is coming over to Showtime to fight. Stan Jonas, who was a Pro Bellum guy, but he was managed by Richard Schaefer and Shelly Finkel. He's going over to Golden Boy to fight Ortiz. Do we think that it's far-fetched to still see Crawford and Spence? Or is that shit done? Is over with, and we ain't never getting that ever in our lives.
I'll be right back in.
As long as there's money involved, I can't never say never.
I don't know, man. At
this point, I don't know. I think the undisputed shit is dead unless they're gonna give out a whole bunch of money.
Yeah,
because Earl got like, what is it? Earl got like 80-something days, 70-something days before he got to vacate the IBF. Rocha is going to be ordered in 20 days. The WBA, either Virgil or Stanionis, that's going to be called next. So it's like the Wolves is at the door. Unless they giving out, good bags.
Oh, man, Trill said that shit done like a leather steak, man. Nah, man, that's sad, man. I was looking at that too, and I was just thinking like, damn, well, Oscar is making a couple moves. Maybe we could still get that fight to happen. But if that fight happened, that shit gonna have to be at 154 for nothing. I was listening to somebody talk earlier, and they were saying that they really feel like Terence Crawford don't want to let Errol Spence get a shot at undisputed. I'm not sure if I agree with that or not, but I don't know, man. I just feel like it shouldn't take this much. Again, I'm not in the negotiations. I know it's a bunch of shit going on behind the scenes. Terence Crawford probably going into the situation feeling like, well, Spence is Al's guy, so he's gonna look out for him. He ain't gonna look out for me. Maybe I don't know if that's how he feel. I don't know why he would trust Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? But hey, that's neither here nor there, or Bernard Hopkins, for that matter. But that's neither here nor there, man. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. That's I hate that we didn't get that fight, man. That shit really bothered me. Like on some boxing shit, not in real life, but on some boxing shit, that shit bothered me that we didn't get that fight. I feel like it's a group of people out there in the boxing stratosphere that's happy that we're not getting that fight too. And that's why I really wanted that.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Why is what?
Why do you feel like they're happy?
Oh, because I feel like they don't want to see neither one of them guys be pushed to superstardom. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you could match any other top 10 pound for pound fighters that you want. I don't think the winner of those fights would be higher than this guy. The winner of the Spence Crawford. The winner of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is unquestionably the best fighter in the world. Without a doubt. They could fight on the same day as Inoue and Fulton. The winner of that fight is the best fighter in the world. I don't
know about that.
Who you think? So you think if Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fought, and
if Usyk knocks off Fury, if Usyk knocks off Fury, he's the best fighter in the world.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Well, again, that just go back to preference because even though yes, Usyk was a cruiserweight first, he was undisputed as a cruiserweight. Technically the heavyweights ain't in the pound for pound list, so I wasn't even. My mind wasn't even there. You know what I mean? I think it's the biggest money fight for both guys. I don't understand how they don't do it. That shit nuts to me. Rocha yeah, of course. And then the crazy part too that's wild is that Crawford is aging. He gonna fight if he fight Alexis Rocha in the next 3 to 4 months, and let's just say Virgil get past Stanionis, and then Virgil go to fight Crawford and win, bro. Virgil's out of here. Virgil out of here, bro. He the superstar. He probably the top American, one of the top 3-4 American fighters. He's out of there. I mean, so I don't know, man. I just feel like this. It's funny. I feel like Oscar sat back in the wings and now he about to come rob the bank. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. Bro, were you there? You still there, my boy? Jamil, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, all right, cool. I just want to make sure y'all boys ain't. I want to make sure the joint wasn't froze, man. You know what I mean? But nah. So what fight you looking to next? What fight you got on your eyes on next?
It depends because Showtime is in their bag, yo. They showing their ass.
You think so?
Matter of fact, boxing is showing. Yeah. This is why, right? This is why.
Yeah.
Sabril Matias versus Ponce. I didn't ask for that, but god damn it, I'm glad I got it. That card, like it's the cards, like they in between cards that's supposed to be. And when you watch them, they fucking fire, yo.
Yeah.
Elvis Rodriguez versus Joseph Paterno. That was a good fight.
Yeah, you know,
like, I was engaged the whole time.
Like, that shit tripped me out, man. I was talking to Broadway too, like, and I told Broadway, we was on the phone talking, and I said, I already know that Elvis Rodriguez could finish. I said that to Broadway. I said, I know he could finish, but I want to see like the killer instinct. Like, he's another one of them guys that I put in the category like of downloading data. You know what I mean? Maybe he waiting for a right punch. Maybe he just kind of, you know what I mean, a little. You know, so maybe he not warm enough in the back. I mean, that could be it too. Maybe when Elvis Rodriguez is in the back, maybe he just kind of chilling and he like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna warm up for in the fight. You know what I mean? But I don't understand that, man. As a guy that's a southpaw, he could box well, he could punch decently. Like, he take way too long to get started, man. And funny enough, like even with Adorno moving up to 140, even though Adorno should just be a fucking 140 pounder because he always fighting that catch weights and shit like that, 138, 137, whatever. But Adorno was quicker than I thought he was too. Now, I mean, that wasn't the same Adorno from the Michelle Rivera fight at all. You know what I mean? He wasn't really looking to engage Rivera, but he came in there, he came to fight. You know what I mean? He definitely came to fight. So that shit kind of just tripped me out a little bit, man. Let me see. Let me ask you this: can fans ever let that fight go? Probably not for the next 2 or 3 years. Nah, I think the fans ain't never letting that fight go. But nah, like, you're right. Would you want to see a rematch between them, Jamil?
Yes.
Damn.
I feel like they robbed Adorno of a knockdown. He clearly knocked him down, you
know? Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know what Broadway. I guess he.
Why, Sam? You think that Adorno got knocked down in that last joint?
No, he talking about.
I don't. But I felt like they robbed Adorno of a knock. Adorno knocked him down. Adorno's really good at countering you while you're on the ropes. He caught fucking Jermaine Ortiz the same fucking way. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he was on the ropes and Jermaine Ortiz came in and he cracked him. He caught Elvis Rodriguez with the same punch. It was a left hook. And he dropped him, and they called it a slip. That wasn't no damn slip.
I think they get that knockdown they gave to Elvis. I think that was a slip. He ain't knocked down.
In the 12th, right?
Yeah, in the 12th. Yeah. It was the 10th round. Yeah, my bad.
It ain't go 12.
Yeah,
it ain't go
12. Oh, the 10th. Yeah, 10th.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
definitely would like to see that again because I don't think Elvis is ready. Because they talking about Matias.
At all.
Nah, bro. I don't want to see that.
He not ready for Antoine.
Who not ready for Antoine?
Elvis.
Yeah, you know,
Elvis definitely got better since the last time I saw him, though.
Yeah, but let me ask y'all this: how much of Elvis' performance, or any of these guys for that matter, how much of their performance you think is predicated upon the fact that these guys just not active? And most of these guys that's in situations, it ain't like they not only are they not active, but I don't think these guys are getting the okays to say like, hey, I want to participate in a local show. I want to do 2,300, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't think these guys is being afforded that opportunity. So it's either sit on a shelf and wait till we call you, or you could do your own thing, but you won't get an opportunity here. You don't think that factor in at all?
I don't think, right? So a lot of them guys aren't signed to Heyman. A lot of those guys are signed to Samson. They might be signed to maybe have their own promotion. But I've seen Samson fighters fight on small cards.
Yeah.
So is it the fact that you just want TV paydays? Could that be a factor too? I don't know. But Shinar Bunch is a Samson fighter. Shinar Bunch, dudes like Shinar Bunch, Boca Chica, they fight on club shows.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. I don't be knowing, man. That joint.
Hey, listen. Hey. I don't know where Broward yet, but this is why I have a hard time picking the dominance to just like even stop J-Rock. Like, I don't know, man.
But how was you on Rosario? Because we see
this my
before he stopped J-Rock, and I'm not and it's not pick on J-Rock, Tom, but again, I don't think this is the same J-Rock pre. I don't think this is Jared Hurd J-Rock. I don't think this is Jared Hurd. I don't think this is J-Rock Charlo J-Rock. You get what I'm saying?
But CD, this how I look at it, right? I think, especially with the sport of boxing, a knockout can happen any time, like no matter who it is. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like J-Rock at that moment, he could have made the wrong move, and right then and there, Rosario made the right. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like
I watched that fight. He wasn't going to beat that man that night.
No way.
But, okay, I'm not saying just that fight. I'm talking about just in general. But I'm just using that fight as an example.
Yeah.
I think all dogs got their day sometimes in boxing. Like it don't have to be that J-Rock was watched. I don't know. I just don't know how to anything can happen. I think
it's gonna be a good fight. I don't think J-Rock just gonna come in there and
lay down. That's what I mean. Yeah.
And even in the fight even in that fight, like he was fighting, I guess, well, you could say. But bro, it just seemed like everything Rosario was touching J-Rock with that shit was like bombs every time. Like anything he was touching him with, the shit was just straight bombs. You know what I mean? And so for me, that shit was just kind of tripping me out. But because I really expected him to wash him down. For me, I expected him to go ahead and wipe Rosario down and then jump in the ring with Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But my man MD Mills said, how is Adame's gas tank looking nowadays? I mean, he did go 10 with Derevchenko. He lost the last 2 rounds of that fight, but he was an underdog in that fight. He won that one. Again, he went 10 with Derevchenko. He got we ain't seen his gas tank, you know what I mean, to know what's going to happen. I do know he got a new coach, you know what I mean? So,
but again, let me ask y'all, why is everybody so not saying y'all keen on losses for a fight? Like you can a fighter can have 2 losses nowadays, and people will write him out like, oh, he washed now. Like he ain't the same no more.
It's not the loss for me; it's the performance.
No, I'm not saying you. You speak your piece.
Everybody. We in the new, and I think that shit don't even got to do with boxing, period. That shit just got to do with the generation that we in. Everybody got to seem perfect. Everybody got to take the perfect picture. Everybody got to put their perfect foot forward. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just the kind of the era we living in. And then obviously with Floyd Mayweather and, his undefeated and the way he played it and how he looked, it's a selling point, right? And then not only is it a selling point, it's easier for the promoters, right? Because the promoters are not promoting, right?
Right.
So if I got a guy that's undefeated with a bunch of knockouts, I could sell tickets easy. But trying to convince you that my guy with 3 or 4 losses is really like that.
But what people not seeing though, ain't nobody really outside of the ones who tanking. They not selling like Floyd. I don't see how people don't see that. You can be undefeated and you fight. You could be undefeated. Let's take Crawford, and you still won't sell nowhere near Floyd. Like fight somebody. Floyd was fighting motherfuckers. Yeah, no. He wanted just fighting niggas, average niggas off the streets, or the nigga that's barely cracking the top 10 of the damn division. Like he was fighting.
Well, no, that's a fact. Hey, but again, man, for anybody in the chat, man, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment and subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? I just put the link in the description. You want to come up here and talk? I know my man Cal gonna be up here soon. I just dropped the link in the chat for anybody that want to come up. But yeah, man, I don't like that shit either, though, man. I don't like that one loss and then you out of here. But also another thing too is like I'm not a fan of the inactivity, and I feel like a lot of guys. I think a lot of guys would be better off if they was able to fight more. Now I don't know what every particular fighting contract situation is, but I just feel like a guy like Boots right now, Jerron Ennis is supposed to be on his second or third division.
Right, no question.
Listen, Jerron Ennis is supposed to be at middleweight right now. Right. I promise you, bro. He's supposed to be at middleweight, or he's supposed to be at 54 getting ready to go to middleweight. Like a lot of these guys, proms is getting wasted, bro. Like fucking wasted. Like to be fighting only like one time or 2 times. Like a lot of these guys, proms is getting.
But like, and I agree with you, right? Because I even remember we was talking about this Saturday when we was even talking about like the youngest, like Jaleel Haggett. I think it's too much time more for a lot of these fighters, not even just the ones in their prime, even the up and coming prospect fighters. Like it's too much time for you to be out the ring, man. Like I look at Boots. Boots should have been back. I don't give a fuck. He ain't take no whipping in that goddamn fight against Karen. Yeah. Your ass should be back in the ring. You know, like by now. You know, at least March. When the next Boots fight?
Shit, we don't know when Boots
exactly. The nigga should be in the ring by now. You ain't taking no beating in that damn fight.
Yeah.
What you say? You say, Kyle?
No, that was me talking. My bad.
Like, look at Tank. Tank for what? January, back in the ring, April. Like, come on now. This Tank we talk about, he don't even have to do that.
Yeah, that's the first time Tank done that in the
but I'm saying, look at it. He hopping in the ring. People not even doing that. And they
that's because that was kind of organized ahead of time. You know what I mean? They kind of already knew that they was going that route. You feel me?
But Kyle, he could have said no though, Kyle. He could have declined until next year.
You right, he could have, but I mean, shit, man.
He was gonna get the train on that fight though. He ain't want to miss that train on that fight.
Yeah, I'm hip. But
I think that's one of the fights. Like that fight was. The fight was driving everybody. Like, I mean, sometimes when like Tank the A side, so most of the time he driving the fight, he dictating everything. That fight had a window, and then obviously, you know, he got a legal situation as well, so he have to fight because 2-3 weeks later he got to go get sentenced, and he probably gonna do some jail time. You know what I mean? But you know that is what it is. But nah, you right, man. Again, that activity bug, man. That shit real, man. But even with Tank, he only
Yeah, it's because of the TV bounce though. Everybody wants to be on TV.
Yeah.
There's only but so many slots available.
Yeah, facts. You better have them pro box shows, man.
Yeah, but listen, well, I get that, but take somebody like D. That man watch fight. It don't matter. That nigga, the fight can be on the chicken ass. He gonna watch that joint. You know, like whatever we watch fights on the apps now. Like. Get fight. Like the fuck the TV, get your ass in the ring and fight. The TV I'm not saying you. I'm just saying period.
I'm saying what comes with the TV is there's TV money and there's non-TV money. See, these dudes get accustomed to
right.
Let's say a dude, like give me a guy that hasn't been that active, but
shit, Boots.
Shit, Boots is like a $500,000 and up fighter now.
Well, you mean somebody like not on that top tier type of level, but
yeah, not on the top tier, but like think about
like somebody like Brandon Lee or some shit.
Like like Brandon Lee or Rayo, right? Rayo don't fight off TV. Rayo's a prospect. Rayo should be still busting a pro box show, busting like a showbox show, something like that. But no, Rayo fights on PBC undercards.
But he different though, because Rayo was active as hell. Until he just got knocked out by De Los Santos, Rayo was active as shit. He wanted a few.
Yo, you say Rayo was active as shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So fighters that get moved on their own, they be fighting like, and they got a couple of dollars behind them, like they people's got money, they be fighting 10 times a year.
Yeah.
8 times a year. Fighters that, you know, are getting moved by a promoter and on the undercards, they fight like 4 to 5 times a year.
Yeah.
So if we want to talk about like activity, you got some dudes like, let's take a look at Wilder, right? Wilder had what, 30 fights before he even touched the world title, 30 plus.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, you're right.
And what I'm saying is, majority of his fights was off TV, club shows.
Right.
Boots is what? Boots got 31 fights because he got 30 wins and 1 no contest.
Yeah, but he was
only dudes that got more fight. Yeah, only dude, but they moved them. Like they moved him like kind of like independently. Like he had a mid-tier promoter, so he was moved predominantly off TV. But a lot of these dudes don't want to be moved off TV now. Once you get a taste of them, the bright lights. What Jay-Z said, she liked those Broadway lights, the Gucci sneakers, the red, green, and whites.
yeah. No, yeah. No, I'm looking at Rayo little box right now. Yeah, he fought twice in 2022, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in 2021, once in 2020. That was the pandemic. Three times in 2019, and twice in 2018. But 2018 was his pro debut. So in the span of what 18, 2, 3, in the span of 4 years, he fought 12 times, about 4 times a year. That's regular, right? We'll see, man.
That's not great for a prospect. That's not great.
No, it ain't.
Rayo should have more fights.
Again, and I'm not trying to like use Floyd Mayweather as the bar, but Floyd fought 17 times the first year and a half in boxing. 17 times his first year and a half. That's crazy work.
Like to me, even before I want to say what, probably COVID. Even Jamal Charlo was fighting twice a year. Like I don't understand why some of these motherfuckers don't do it. I really don't get why. I don't get it.
I'm telling you, the dates. Like I tell you, a dude who should have been fighting on his own, Gary. Like Gary's not signed to Al. Gary could have been throwing shows to the MGM.
Oh, I already said that. I said he should be in the ring. I said Gary Antoine should have been in the ring.
No, I'm talking about
Gary Russell.
Jr. You talking about Junior? Okay.
Yeah, Gary Russell. Yeah, Gary Russell Jr. should have
been agreed
independently. But I don't think a lot of these dudes want to put up their own money. I think or these promoters want to put up their own money. Remember, PBC and Showtime is footing the bill, and you just getting a slot.
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know
because we was even saying like going back to Jaleel Haggard again, like even somebody like that. There's been so many local cards that he could have been on because his fight was canceled somewhere else. Like I think just sitting out and waiting for them to call you again, I think that shit is bad. That's bad for him.
Yeah, but he got a promoter. That shit ain't his choice.
No, that's
like
true.
Floyd should be throwing local shows in like Vegas, but at the same a lot more. I know he did one, but they don't be wanting to foot the bill.
Hey, I just
that's what PBC is. PBC is a TV show that dudes put their fighters on.
Facts. Hey, I just seen something. I don't know. It is a little cryptic tweet from Cool Boy. He just tweeted March 3rd. So it was that Friday, Saturday. Maybe they announced the fight that day or something like that. I don't know. But he just tweeted that. So
all right,
whatever that means.
I was in the gym today. And you remember, Meech, I couldn't do any interviews until it was announced. Okay. So I was told next week I'll be able to do an interview. So
all right. Well, yeah.
The tweet makes sense.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like he trying to hold it. And he said,
what's that? Yeah, that's Saturday. No, that's Friday. That's Friday.
We already know what the date. Like Meech know what the date is.
Yeah. We know what the date.
People know what the date is.
Yeah. We just gotta see when they go announce it, man. Damn, yo, that's gonna be a hell of a fight right there, man. At least we getting some of these fights, man. I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if it was too many cards that was bigger than the Tank Hector card, but then we get in Tank Ryan, we get Inoue, Fulton. I don't want to say we get Caleb and David. That's a big fight. And then we still
What's the bigger fight?
Of what?
And don't tell not in America. What's the biggest fight?
The biggest
put
fight
everything
out of everything that's made right now is Tank Ryan. Second would be, I think that's only because it reached out to more casuals, but I think second would be Fulton Inouye. But
again, what casuals? Just in America?
In boxing world, Fulton Inouye is bigger.
You think so?
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Fulton versus Inouye might be bigger because we just look at it from the standpoint of America. But it's a whole other hemisphere. That seemed like that shit was on the front page news when it was rumored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. And
then, I don't know,
man. And truly, like, even you gotta think like Murata was like their biggest star out there. And Murata, like him, did you see like the size of the crowd when he fought Golovkin? Like that shit was.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
So y'all think Fulton Inouye would have did well here?
No.
But is Ryan versus Tank going to do well in Japan?
No. But I thought you said here. I thought somebody said here. Yeah, maybe. I thought you said somebody here in America that's the biggest fight.
No, I'm saying to us, Ryan versus Tank is the bigger fight, but that's in America. Like, there's a whole like world that I feel like we be overlooking. Like Dillian White versus Tyson Fury. And to America, we like, man, bro, I ain't worried about that bullshit. But that shit did like 90,000. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, fact. Man had his biggest names performing at non-televised house shows. That's how that shit is.
It's true.
Exactly.
That's fight gonna be.
But that's a different. We
don't know yet.
I understand what he's saying, but that shit is a little different.
Yeah. Because the niggas,
I don't know.
They could perform at a house show, but they're gonna be able to come back next week and perform again.
Right.
These boxing, that shit is a wrap for at least 3 months, 4 months.
Oh no, man! You be having a lot of motherfuckers out Mexico and shit being like 62 and 182 losses and shit like that.
Yeah, you gotta try.
But that's the
You got
the state athletic commissions.
You got some boxers record though where I be seeing they don't fought like a couple days apart.
Yeah, they be having like 102 losses and shit. Like, how the fuck you get that?
That's overseas. They allow shit like that, like Mexico, UK. But the state athletic commissions here, they automatically suspend you after about. Like, I don't know if you ever like look at BoxRec. It'd be like person suspended indefinitely. Yeah.
I was looking on that earlier. Hey, shout out to my man Elder Boxing. My man over Jay was good, man. My man Bull.
I think you made that wrestling correlation.
Somebody in the chat, my man MD Mills. What you said?
When you talking that wrestling shit, huh?
Yeah, no, this ain't the play for that.
I was saying
no more wrestling correlations now.
I was saying you broke that down to me not too long ago about that. I was like, man, why the fuck they keep saying that he's suspended and all that?
Yeah, that's how that's how they do. But that's again, that's how, I mean, granted, we already knew that we already knew that the Crawford and Rocha shit was coming. But once I seen that quick turnaround, and then again, like you see the quick turnaround, you look at the fucking like, let me see something again. And I ain't trying to make too much of this, but let me see. Ain't no way you telling me this guy ready to come back in 2 months. No fucking way. No way. And that was a hard fight. It wasn't just no. What up?
No, go ahead.
That wasn't just no. Oh shit! Real quick cut. Like them motherfuckers they was punching the shit out of each other. Even the dude, I was surprised. The dude George Ashley, he got dropped earlier. He was getting back up. He was landing some big shots on Alexis Rocha, and then he cut his eye with the head. But they only suspended him for 2 months. Exactly 2 months on the dot. So that shit. As soon as I seen that, I already knew. I'm like, yo, he look at this quick ass turnaround on this suspension. He's about to fight Crawford for sure. But what it was.
Hey, what you about to say? Meech, I got a question. Before I go though, right? So, you brought up the Rocha situation, right?
Yeah.
Rocha was supposed to fight Anthony Young in the final eliminator. Was it a final eliminator? It was a final eliminator to become the Mando.
Yeah.
And the president Paco said that they offered to fight the Virgil Ortiz twice, right?
Yeah.
Why they never offered it to Boots? Why they never ordered Boots to fight in a title eliminator? This is the questions I got for the Crawford fans.
I don't know. I mean,
they're
maybe
saying, this person ducked, that person ducked. If Ortiz turned it down twice, right? And I know probably one was the one before with Sean Porter. And I don't know the circumstances behind it, behind him turning it down or allegedly turning it down. I always like to hear context. Don't just give me nothing, just plain Jane.
Yeah,
but, okay, well, yeah, if he chose the different route, why you didn't? Okay, Jerron Ennis, we order you to fight this person for the final eliminator. So if he chose Spence, if he chose that Spence eliminator over that one, then you got more of grounds. But to call somebody ducking, I don't understand. And that's why I need context on the Virgil situation. I'm not just going to just label him a duck just because because that's the new thing to do.
Yeah, they said Cool Boy tweet and delete. So he deleted that joint already. Ain't funny. Nah, you right though. But motherfuckers gonna make they're gonna say what they gotta say anyway, man. Like again, it makes sense when you break it down about that route shit. But in hindsight is always 2020. We could definitely. He said Rocha is a problem. Hood champion.
He is not
in sports. That is not true.
He is not.
Yeah. That fight probably be over faster than Rocha get hit a lot. Man.
Yeah, that fight gonna be fast. That fight gonna be like a David.
He going life and death with a 35, yo.
Yeah.
Word.
That's
George
like
Ash.
George Ash.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo, this is what I want to do, right? So dudes feel a certain kind of way about Rashidi as a prospect. Rashidi beat Rocha. Dudes clown Blair Cobbs and say he's a bum, but that's Rocha's best win. So I'm supposed to be excited about this fight, and I'm not mad that Crawford has to fight Rocha. I'm not mad at Rocha. I understand this is just how the situation played out. Everybody got to put themselves in the best position to succeed. I don't call Crawford a duck for leaving negotiations with Spence. I don't consider that ducking.
Yeah, you gotta get your back.
Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all two this real quick about it. What's the last fighter y'all seen of this caliber? The last two opponents look like this in this stage of their career.
Nobody.
See, the only time you can say that, the only time you really gonna say that was, and I'm sure if we really dug, we'll find some champions that.
Yeah, but you gotta dig for it. Like I'm talking about at the top of your head. You can't really come up with one.
The top of my head, not even Canelo, because Canelo sprinkled in the Callum Smith and the Billy Joe in between Avni Yildirim.
Right.
So I can't.
Hey, is YSM is a Villa ducking Boots?
Hell no, man.
I don't think so. I think that fight. I was given 3 names, and Villa was one of them.
Was Rashidi one of them?
No.
I was watching somebody and they were saying that I don't know if his promoter or somebody said that Boots won't be not fighting Boots. So but you gotta take this shit with a grain of salt. You can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, if he fights Rashidi next, I won't be mad at that.
Oh, they say Golovkin.
If you gonna give Rashidi his lick back,
he said Triple G.
Who did Triple G fight? Steve Rose and Derevyanchenko. Nah, I can't put that on that. I can't. Wait, Steve Rose and Derevyanchenko? Derevyanchenko is better than both Avanesian and Rocha to me. Steve Rose is a turkey. So.
No, I got you. Well, no, because remember, he fought Derevyanchenko first. What about Steve Rose and then Saris Meta? That dude. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
There we go. Yeah, that was nasty.
We have a winner.
Nasty work.
We have a winner.
Wait, who was that? Who was that?
Sarah, that's the dude that he fought after he fought Steve Rhodes. He defended against him. And then after the Sarah's Meta fight, that was the fight before Murata.
I was trying to get my
picture to pop up. Yo, that's like leaving the club with 2 2s on back-to-back nights. You know what I'm saying?
That's nasty work.
Hey, my bad. I got a phone call. You said who was it?
No, they said no. He fought Sarah's Meta. He fought Golovkin right before Golovkin fought Murata. But he was a nobody. I think Jaime Munguia double back and knocked him out too. Ace early, you know what I mean? So what's good, my boy Cal? How you, man?
I'm chilling, Brody. What it do?
Man, same shit, different, chilling, man.
Cal's been a long week already.
Yeah, man.
I see you got the Don over there.
I ain't like that. I ain't like that news with the with the Alexis Rocha, however the fuck you say his last name. But at the same time, I don't mean nothing, man. We see shit get ordered all the time.
Yeah, that's what I said, and that's why I came in the beginning. I had read the rules for the WBO, and it said that if a champion is trying to unify, if he's trying to go to a unified match, then the WBO they competition committee or champion committee, they could give you they could modify the mandate or they could extend it out. So but we don't know that he ain't negotiate. I'm not saying he ain't negotiating with Earl now or nothing. I'm just saying if they would have been and this came up, he could easily hit the WBO up and say, hey, listen, I'm literally in the middle of trying to make this fight for undisputed. Like, we need this. But the fact of the matter is, with the WBO giving them 20 days, we would know that in the next 2 weeks that they might have been working with Spence or something.
So we don't even got to speculate too much.
I highly doubt it, though.
But this is another thing I was going to say, though, True. Well, 2 things. If they extend it to give him more time, then we know that they may be working on that. Or another thing, what I was going to say, too, would they had even ordered it if they felt like they was working on that already?
No.
I was saying as far as Crawford Rocha, would they have ordered it if they felt like it was already about to happen?
But you know what? They probably could have. But then again, you just never know, bro. These sanctioning bodies be for sale so much. I'm gonna just give you this scenario. Let's say Crawford is ready to sign a 2-fight deal with Golden Boy. If I'm Team Crawford and or Golden Boy, we could call and say, hey, call a mandatory right now. That way we can make it seem like, well, he was trying to do something, but now it just make more sense to do a 2-fight deal with Golden Deal, fight Rocha, take care of your mandatory, fight Virgil on the back end. Right. They could have easily did the same thing, or the WBO could just be up in the office like, I think we want to see this fight. Hit the button, and then now they gotta, shake shit. So you never know for real, man. We didn't see like shit at the WBC conference, bro. Shakur was supposed to fight Pitbull, Cruz. It was so many fights that got ordered at that WBC conference, bro. This shit was crazy. But where they at? Shit ain't happen.
Ain't none of them shake.
Yeah, you know how that shit go, man. These guys, man. Some of these guys want smoke, some of these guys don't want smoke, man. But at the same time, I just really wish we could get that one, man. But you know what? This probably be the last time I talk about that. That's nasty work. Real nasty.
Y'all don't see nothing else that'll be just as good for both of them.
No,
if we don't get
that, I want to see Bud Virgil was a good fight.
Well, I take that back. I take mine back too because I see possibilities. Like I would like to see EJ against Fundora, any other one of the top dogs at 54. We know who we really want to see him against. If he go to 54, that'll satisfy.
That ain't happening. I keep telling y'all, that ain't gonna happen.
I don't think it'll happen either. If it do happen, I mean, you asked the question, so I'm answering.
To your point, I do want to see Terence Crawford versus Charlie.
I want to see Spence Fundora more than I want to see Spence and Virgil.
Why you don't want to see that, True?
Which one? Charlo and Crawford?
Yeah.
No,
he called him out. He talking about if EJ don't want to fight, he want to fight Charlo. Let him go ahead and get that.
Charlo too big for him, man.
Let him go ahead and get that work, man.
Charlo too big for him.
I mean, if it don't end in a knockout, Crawford could win that fight. If it don't end by knockout, Crawford win by I got Crawford winning by points, man, for being the more for having the most patience.
Against who?
Against Big Charles. Well, Lil Charles.
Shit, I don't know, man.
If it end by knockout, we know who getting the knockout. That's for sure.
Bro, I don't know why. I mean, and granted, maybe it's the level of competition. That nigga Terence Crawford literally got 10 straight knockouts. like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but like you said, some of them, man, look at the competition of some of them, man. Well, you had to know that shit was going on.
Yeah, but another thing too, like even with that, like think about Crawford. Think about if Crawford move up to 54. Now he wearing 10-ounce gloves and not 8-ounce gloves. And he carrying more weight. Will he? I mean, that should just be a lot, man. These guys, man. These motherfuckers.
Hey, real quick. It's so many more welterweights that Bud can fight besides Rocha. We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, that's nasty work to say that. That's crazy. But again, Rocha is the mandatory. Like, so he played his cards right. Golden Boy played their card. This was and truthfully, that I guess is not something that people talking about as much. This was a power move for Golden Boy. For real. That was a real power move for Golden
no
Boy.
question. No question.
Like I don't know who all welterweights they got besides Virgil and Rocha, but the fact that they let Virgil go over to the WBA side in hopes to get that belt, right? Because think about this. If Virgil position himself and he's gonna be the WBA regular champion. If Spence move up, right? Now think about and this was shit that be going on in my head, how I be thinking, right? Let's play it smart. They make Virgil and okay, we know the Virgil and Stan Jonas fight is April 29th. Supposed to be, we still waiting on tickets, all of that, right? Cool. Now, let's say they push Crawford fight to like May or June, right? So now you got Crawford fighting in June, May. You got Virgil fighting in April, right? I don't think Errol Spence is going to stay at 147 too much longer after that. So if Virgil beat Stan Jonas and then get elevated after Earl vacate, now Virgil is the full WBA champion. Whoever wins, most likely Terence Crawford, out of Terence Crawford and Alexis Rocha, that's a 2-fight deal still. So now coming back on Golden Boy on the zone, you got Virgil Ortiz, the WBA full champion, versus Terence Crawford, the WBO full champion. That's a unification fight on the zone, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is chess, bro. That shit literally could be chess, just like that.
But hold on, wait. That's considering they fight with Ortiz and Stanionis. That's for which belt?
That's for the WBA world. Well, really, it's the world title, right? So but basically
it's the second belt,
the Reggie belt.
The Reggie belt. Okay, look. So for the Reggie belt, all that is assuming that EJ leave soon. Because if EJ don't leave, they're gonna be fighting for the WBO and the WBA Reggie belt.
No. What I'm saying is, all right, they fight April 29th, right? Now think about it. We're in a new age of boxing. If they fight April 29th, you could damn near, it's a safe bet. We won't see Virgil for another 5 to 10 months after that. That's a safe bet. Probably 6. Could be, you know what I mean? A 5 to 6, 5 to 7 months after that. So if Virgil go to fight now mind you, in April, that'd be another whole full year that Errol Spence ain't been in the ring after April is up. We know he's not fighting in April. That's already set in stone. We already know that Errol not fighting in April. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least, you know, the things that I've seen have been like, you know what I mean? It shows that he won't fight in April. My man Gritty say, oh, Lord. Right?
Yeah, he fighting in June.
Oh, okay. But nah, so at the end of the day, you know what I mean? He fight Stan Jonas. And then they just wait. They can play the waiting game. Fight Stan Jonas, they wait. Because what's going to happen? As soon as Spence, if Spence fight at 147, he got to fight Boots next. The IBF gonna call that mandatory. We were just talking about that earlier. He gonna have to fight Jaron Ennis next if he stay at 147, which I don't think he's gonna do, because at that point, is getting the Terence Crawford fight gonna be fucking damn near impossible. He fights Stanionis, just wait around. Earl vacate. Now he got the full title. Now you fighting Bud on the second fight of his 2-fight deal with Golden Boy in a unification match. He knock off Bud, motherfucker, out of there.
Boots first from the door.
Ooh, that was a lot. Especially that last. Well, no, I'm not talking about everything you said. I'm talking about that last part.
Yeah,
knocking off Bud.
Shit, it's possible.
Man, he can do it, man. I'm tired of y'all putting all this on Bud, man.
He for sure could do it. Bud there to be hit too. Like, it ain't like the nigga is, you know what I mean, Picasso with the defense.
Hey, since earlier, Kyle, name me a fight with and this again, like I'm gonna say it again. I feel the same way about Shakur. Name me a fight where Terence Crawford was in that you was like, oh, this nigga's a dog. Like, he can bang.
Who, Crawford?
Yes.
That Mean Machine fight? I liked it, that fight, because he stood at mid-range with that motherfucker the whole time. Yeah, he got dropped too. And I'm not saying Mean, and I'm just talking about the fight in particular. I'm not talking about Mean Machine accolades or nothing like that.
No. Yeah, I'm talking about
But I like that he had stood at mid-range with that dude, like the whole fight, got dropped, and then got aggressive. Like, again, and me personally, like, I could break down these fights like anybody else can, but that's the only thing that makes me really want to see this Earl Spence and Bud fight.
Right. You want to see him exactly. I'm with you.
Both of these niggas the same way. When shit not going their way, they're gonna fight, bro.
Right.
Like, they're gonna, like Earl Spence, when shit not going his way, he make you fight, bro.
What I was gonna say was because I'm glad you said the truth when you answered. But yeah, don't judge the opponent or whatnot. But I mean, he was still semi-decent, bro. Jeff Horn. When Crawford fought Jeff Horn, I don't remember what Jeff Horn record was coming into the fight, but I mean, he broke Jeff Horn down nice.
Yeah, he was coming up that y'all win.
Hey, MD, I was just thinking that, but I don't think Crawford come out of that one.
Castaño?
Yeah.
Castaño tailor-made for that. Because you gotta think, Bud is a crispy ass counterpuncher. He's like, and again, like, remember, even like the Kell Brook fight, that check shit, the Sean Porter, that's like, for example, the Kell Brook fight, it was the check hook. The check hook was what caught him, and then he finished him off. With the Sean Porter, with the check hook was a counterpunch, right? Even with Sean Porter, he stepped back and hit Sean Porter with the uppercut. It's a counterpunch. Like, that motherfucker, his counterpunching skills is.
I got Crawford 65-35 in that one.
Castaño?
Yeah.
He gonna knock Castaño out. He'll knock him out.
I got him winning. I don't think that's a 50-50 fight, man.
Yeah.
I think if Mayo had a little bit more, if Mayo had the same technique that Crawford had, Mayo would have put him down earlier.
So let's put him in with another boxer. Say he do move up. What about somebody like a Harrison?
He'll cook Harrison.
He's gonna stop Harrison.
Easy, probably before 8.
Basically, y'all saying that Crawford is a lot
Castano
better than
will stop Harrison.
Yeah, Tony, I respect Tony. Tony a pure boxer. Like, he really got that shit. I think if Tony Chin was a little stronger, I think Tony would really be him, bro. Like, even you look at the Jared Hurt, he had came out and even said it. The fights that he lost, he was with him before he lost them. Like, you know what I mean? It's just that you take 1 or 2 on that chin, and that shit don't be feeling good, and motherfucker get you up out of there.
The only person I see giving Castano trouble, I think Castano tower that weight class right under Mayo. The only person that give him trouble is Fondura.
Hey, Gritty said, hell no, Tony whoop Castaño.
Gritty.
That's what I was saying, Gritty, man. I got Tony whooping a lot of them.
Gritty riding with his boy.
I think y'all giving Crawford too much on that Harrison too.
I ain't giving Castano too much credit. Castano.
No, I see y'all giving Crawford too much.
Castano fought to a draw with the undisputed 54 champion, bro. And in the second fight, he was looking good before he got dropped. Castano is decent, bro. I ain't giving him too much credit. I'm giving him the credit that he deserved.
Yeah, he low key like damn near beat him that first fight. Like,
bro,
that was a friendly ass draw.
That was a friendly draw. Shit, because I had it. If they was gonna give it a draw, if they didn't give it a draw, they had to give it to Castano.
No, I think I can't get out. I think differently on that. I think.
But okay, Gritty, you saying the one that Tony
I think Charlo won the second half of that fight easily.
In that fight, Gritty, I don't think that Tony won.
You talking about Charlo?
I don't think Tony won that fight.
You know what's so funny, man? I'm never gonna get off. I'm never gonna get off this train. I feel like that night, Mel beat Tony, and I feel like Maul lost the Korobov that night. I really feel like that. I feel like Maul lost that fight to Korobov. Like, you ask me, I think he lost that fight personally.
Hold on, wait. Let me put that on my list of rewatches, man, because I don't know, but I'm gonna rewatch that one for you.
I think Maul lost to Korobov, and I think that
but Mel definitely won, man. Tony thought Mel won. Remember, Mel got the mic and said, "Oh, he told me, man, congratulations." He even thought that I won. Remember, Mel said that shit on the mic.
Yeah, but he be capping. You know what I mean?
Nah, he wasn't capping. He said that shit with his chest. He like, man, that nigga even thought I won.
Yeah,
I don't know why they did Mel like that, man. They must be just wanted that number 2 money.
And that's another thing too. Now think about this: if Ortiz do beat Stanionis, the WBA fuck around and order Ortiz versus Spence. Then what?
You said they order Ortiz and Spence. Oh yeah, with the WBA.
Because that's what they said. Remember remember this Ortiz and Stanionis shit happened already, but Stanionis got sick. He got his appendix taken out. But before that, the WBA came out and said that Earl Spence got like 60 days to fight the winner of this fight. He got like 60-something days. So again, I think that Golden Boy was really playing chess. I respect it, bro. I mean, business is business. I respect it. You put yourself in a better position. You know what I mean? Hey, he said Mel was on some crybaby shit.
Hey, who Belinga just signed with?
Matchroom.
Oh, Matchroom. Okay.
I want him to fight Akhmadov. They got a 168 pounder. That motherfucker could scrap. That's why I want them to fight. He lost to Carlos Gongora. He got knocked out by Gongora like a couple years ago. That's the one. But even him,
I don't know about that, Cal. My bad. Go ahead, D.
No, go ahead. What you about to say?
Nah, I was just disagreeing with Cal.
That was just a disclaimer because it was a lot of Mel and Tony talk. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I don't agree with that one. I'm agreeing on this one. Y'all throw me off with Tony, man. Y'all throw me off, man.
You don't think Mel will beat Tony again?
Nah,
Mel gonna stop him before 6 this time because he don't like him that much. He gonna stop him. He gonna stop him before 7. I give him 6-4 rounds. He gonna stop him before 7, man. Hey, and we look. Hey, I don't want to hear that change now after we see this Tim Tszyu fight. You know what? We ain't even gonna be talking about this no more after the Tim Tszyu because he may not make it past him.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Talking about this.
He about to beat Tim Tszyu.
Huh?
He about to beat Tim Tszyu.
I gotta send you my new cash. I'm gonna send you my new cash out, man, on Twitter. Because I had to make a new one.
Because now I'm just thinking, we ain't getting no schedule yet. But I know, I know Maul going to take a. I wonder if Mel, not Maul. I wonder if Mel get the fight, or do he just got to heal up and go right into the winner of Tszyu and
like a little comeback fight.
Yeah, because I would love to see. I know it's not going to happen, but I would love to see him fight Danny Garcia at 54.
You would love it. I wouldn't, because Danny Garcia gonna get whooped.
You think so?
Yeah, Danny. I think Mel different, but I love the way that boy Tony box is crazy.
Hey, where do you rank? Where do y'all rank Danny right now at 54?
I don't.
That's
he ain't been in the ring since when? That Jose Benavidez fight, right?
Yeah,
that's a problem. That was sometime last year, like not even late last year, right? I was like in the middle.
And that was you went to that fight, right?
Yeah, I went to that. I just can't remember what day it was.
He made a typo instead of once, he meant to put if.
He said, "Hey, Juice must be from Detroit." He talking about he taking super bad, and you know what's crazy too, because he's saying, "Hey, Charles Conwell is tougher than Tim Tszyu, and that's Harrison's sparring partner." But, hey, Juice, you know I'm super. Anybody know me? I'm super high on Charles Conwell. But how you know Charles Conwell wasn't in sparring fucking him up too? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know that.
You're right. That's true.
Sparring beating the brakes off Tony.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Danny versus Brian Castano.
I don't think Danny could beat nobody in the top 10.
Yeah.
At 124.
Yeah.
I fuck with Danny.
I gotta hold on, wait, because we ain't gonna do that. I can't let you do Danny like that, bro. I gotta pull up the top 10, bro.
Let me see. Let me jump on.
Kyle, this my whole thing. Even though he put on the clinic, Jose Benavidez didn't even come to fight.
He never do.
He didn't even come to fucking fight.
Jose Benavidez come to look at you.
Hey, true. AD, what he be doing? What he doing when he fight?
I never said nothing about Jose though. Now I ain't on Jose's side.
Hey,
you
punch Jose Benavidez Jr. I'm motherfucker take them shits. He look at you. He be like,
and then Danny Garcia is beating Ocampo.
Oh, what?
Ocampo. Danny beating Ocampo.
I don't think Danny can beat Ocampo. I think that'd be a good fight.
I don't even know. It's motherfucker. True.
I think
who the hell is Israel Madrimov?
You're not beating Madrimov either.
What about Jesus Ramos?
Wait, so hold on. Let me stop because I think you might be looking at a sanctioning body.
I'm looking at the WBC.
Nah. Let's do no. When I say top 10, I'm talking about. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me go ahead. The
reason I went there is because that's what Danny ranked the highest.
Let me see. But you know when I say top 10, when I use that top 10 as the top 10 like Ring Magazine or one of the. Okay. You know what I mean, so you look at this top 10. Castano, I don't think Danny could beat Castano. Well, let me just talk about who he for sure not beating. He for sure not beating.
Not beating that whole top row.
Huh?
He ain't beating that whole top row. That's for shit show.
No, I don't think so. And I don't know this motherfucker. He probably could beat him. He got a chance against Liam Smith. He got a chance against Madrimov. He's not beating. Well, maybe about Soro. So Soro and Madrimov, these dudes done fought like 3 times. The first time it was some bullshit happened like at the last minute, like the bell rung and then Madrimov knocked Soro out. So the WBA recalled this shit. And then the second time it was like a headbutt clash. And so that shit nothing ever happened. These actually Madrimov and Soro, they was fighting to be the WBA mandatory for Charlo.
Yeah.
But
clearly Madrimov got the best of them.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know, man. But yeah, I think Danny can't beat none of the first 5. He not beating Conwell either. And personally, I don't think he could get past Liam Smith.
Me neither.
I know people be sleeping on
Liam could beat Danny.
Yeah, I think he can beat Danny too. I mean,
probably get some good plus money on that too.
All right now, y'all going way too goddamn far now.
We could get some plus money on that, brother.
Y'all going way too far with that Liam Smith beating.
You think?
Listen, let me ask y'all, where Liam Smith from?
England, UK.
Exactly.
Hold up, I got you.
You put your money on the UK motherfucker against Danny. I'm betting against your ass.
Let me see some. Let me see.
Danny gonna be having them flat ass feet right in front of Liam. Liam gonna tear that shit up, man.
Hey, look, I'm not saying Liam not good. I'm just saying, man, I can't trust no UK motherfucker, man.
Well, he just knocked out Eubank. I don't know who this guy is. Remember on that undercard of Katie Taylor and Serrano, he beat the dog shit out of Jesse Vargas. He knocked out Anthony Fowler. That was one of them a good, UK match. I don't know who the fuck this dude is that he lost to. But
Rav, that's a stylistic match. I see why you wrote that. That all depends on how that night goes. Now that'll be a good night. That's a good fight. Danny versus Gaucher.
Goucher, yeah, because Goucher don't punch.
Yeah, that'll be a good night.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you got so he lost to Canelo, Munguia, and Kurbanov. And I don't even know if this dude did he lose yet. So yeah, and he ranked. So again, he beat Patrick. Yeah, he ain't got no crazy names on his resume, but I mean, yeah, you know what I mean.
What McGee at? What McGee at?
At 60?
Suppose.
I agree, Juice. I agree about what you said about Danny. I don't think he making no 140, so I think he just need to see what's one of the biggest bags he could get and then get out of there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Shout out to my man JBZ on the boxing source. Liam Smith beats Danny. Stop it.
That's what I'm saying, Polo. And I don't agree with Polo on shit, but I agree with him on that.
Yeah, we all agree that Liam gonna stop it. He's not saying stop it like we wilding. He's saying like stop it like people who don't think that can happen is tripping.
No, I think
that Liam gonna stop it. Read the next one. Read his next message after that.
Let me see.
He said Liam would do Danny worse than he did Chris.
That's crazy.
I think Liam Smith, you know what's crazy? It's only really 2 UK fighters that not 2. I fuck with a lot of UK fighters, by the way. Y'all know that too. But I think people don't respect Liam Smith enough and people don't respect Amir Khan enough. Like, them 2 motherfuckers got resumes for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no question.
I think Amir Khan would have been different if he don't remember. He was waiting for who to fight. I think he was trying to get a Floyd fight at 47. He was trying to get some big fights at 47 and end up going to 55, fucking with Canelo, where he never should have been at and got smoked. And he was beating Canelo before Canelo smoked him. And I think that shit really fucked him over after. But he got a resume, bro.
But like don't get me wrong. That's why I was saying I'm not saying that Liam Smith is bad. I'm just saying, man, it come with some type of red flag with the UK fighters, man.
And Danny knocked old boy out too. As I'm talking about him, but Amir Khan, Danny did knock him out with that no look left foot. He definitely knocked him out with that. Let's see.
Wait, give me a minute, y'all.
He said Danny's in no position to compete at any division unless he could make 140. Best thing for Danny is Laura Thurman and maybe Golovkin.
Hey, now I'm bouncing off of what MD said with Tim Tszyu being a big ass Jeff Horn. Like, that's not a bad thing, bro. Like, depending on which Jeff Horn you're talking about, bro. Jeff Horn, regardless to his wins and losses, bro, he's a competitive fighter. And to be fighting a fighter like Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Bro, they're just 2 competitive fighters, bro. And by him being a big Jeff Horn, that's an advantage over Detroit.
But Jeff Horn was just that motherfucker was a wrestler. Like he wasn't really like, even with Pacquiao, he just was throwing Pacquiao around the ring. And that's why Bud did him like that, because he thought he was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna be able to just throw Bud around. And that shit did not work, bro. And he got beat up.
Hey, so I was off key too. I was that's what I'm talking about. This thing with Keyshawn. I was looking at his other brothers because I see he always talking about this DB3 thing. I see he got another brother that's older than him but undefeated, and then it's another brother that's older than both of them. That's like, you know, he had the shorter end of the stick.
Nah, like one of them is an amateur that didn't come out yet, and they say he nice. I think he like a lightweight, but that motherfucker like 6 feet or some shit like that.
Keyshawn?
Yeah, they got Kelvin Davis. Kelvin
is the one that's like I think like 7. I think he got the same record as Keyshawn.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. But Kelvin,
the other one is 18-9.
No, that's his amateur record, bro.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably not that. And that motherfucker, he wanted them like he liked that. He really good. Like, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be Keyshawn the best. The other brother that ain't go pro yet is the second best, and they saying Kelvin is third best. That's what I heard. That's what they say. But you know, that shit don't mean nothing until you get in the pros for real.
Hey, that's Bobby talking?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying
that is Brian.
Who that?
Who?
It's Brian.
No, he's talking about
okay, Brian.
Bills, right?
Say it again, brother.
What are you talking about, Cal?
I was talking about on the screen with us.
Yeah, that's Brian. It's Brian.
Okay. Yeah, man. I was asking because somebody said something on Twitter. I thought he was talking about us two in here, but he's talking about Bobby. But yeah, though, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how that's gonna go. As far as
go ahead, my bad. No, I was looking at the comment. He said he can't wait for that Butayev versus Mean Machine matchup. Butayev gonna beat the shit out of him, bro. He gonna knock him out.
Ain't got that much left, man.
Yeah, he ain't that. He not him.
Mean Machine don't have too much left, so I mean that ain't really nothing.
What you was about to say though?
Nah, I was just still piggybacking off the other thing we were saying with about the Crawford brother. I mean about the DB3.
Yeah.
I think Keyshawn probably got that little brother thing when he had a chance to learn from everybody.
Yeah.
So it kind of made him best. And I see Keyshawn being able to. It's hard to say somebody could stay at the top of 135 of that little crew that's at 135 because that's a real gifted crew. But I think he'll always hover somewhere within the top 3.
You think so?
For sure.
Yeah, I rock with Key. That's he one of my that's the interview that I need for real. Kelvin, the oldest one, is Kelvin, Keyshawn, and then they got the little brother named Keon.
Oh, he younger than them. I thought Keyshawn was the baby.
No, Keyshawn in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Kelvin, and then Keyshawn, and then Keon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keyshawn, what, like 24? One of the other brothers, 26.
Yeah.
And I don't know how old that other one.
I don't know why people don't like Keyshawn, man. I like Keyshawn.
Yeah, I like him too, bro.
Yeah, the other one, what I was about to say, he born in. No, they got this shit wrong. I'm looking at the other brother, but they haven't got his joint up here yet. It's all good. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'm clicking on his box right. See how old he is. They don't got his age up there. He's still an amateur though. He's still an amateur, so I'm sure bro is and they say 18-9, but that's not his record.
Damn, how long ago did he beat Martin?
Oh, Keyshawn's birthday was today?
Yeah, it is today.
Well, then he probably turned 25 because when I saw box record, it said 24.
Because that's crazy if he beat Martin and T.O. couldn't do it.
Beat who? Oh, Sandor?
Yeah, Sandor, yeah.
Sandor fight at 140 though. They ain't gonna fight. Sandor fight at 140. Oh, he's saying y'all know Keyshawn opponent Yiga beat Sandor Martin. I got some film study but I think he beat Sandor, but I don't think it was a Yiga used to be a 140 pounder. His last 2 fights been at Again, y'all right. Yeah, you right. Yeah. Okay, my man JB's getting right in the chat. Prograis versus Matias. What y'all think?
I'm a big fan of Prograis, but I think people are giving Prograis too much sometimes, and I think people are giving Matias too little. I think that's I don't think it's 50-50. I'm gonna give Prograis the edge, but I think that's one of the ones like I wouldn't bet that fight. I would just sit back and enjoy it.
I think it just depends on how it play out. Prograis will have to box. He got to box that fight. You know what I'm saying? I like Regis. Really, people always using the term throwback fighter. Regis Prograis really a throwback fighter, but it just be so crazy with the recency bias because in November, motherfuckers was telling me that Regis was the boogeyman. Now they see Subriel, catch another body, or not, excuse me, he ain't catch a body, but fuck somebody else up, get the knockout. Now all of a sudden, Regis don't want the Subriel smoke. Like everybody got if Regis come back and knock somebody out, they're gonna be like, oh, Regis the top dog, blah, 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 blah. I just think that's a good fight, man. I think that's a really good fight. And I would love to see, my man Regis in the fight versus Subriel Matias. I would have to favor Regis, but Subriel different, man. He different.
Yeah,
for sure different.
For sure. I definitely don't dig how people saying the whole what he'll do to Regis and all that. I'm still favoring Regis, but I mean, much respect to both of them. I like to see the fight.
Yeah, that was crazy work. But yeah, you see Prograis, but Matias has the highest probability to upset anyone. But again, people watching Matias fight and they looking at Matias and what they seeing is Hold on real quick. Hey, for everybody in here, man, make sure I like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, man. Go on every video on the channel and hit the like button on that. And then when you bored one day, go unlike all the videos and like all the motherfuckers all over again. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? But Matias, we watching Matias do what he do against guys that's willing to stand in front of him. You know what I mean? I want to see what Matias going to do with a guy that's a boxer. Like I mean, I'm not saying that he can't, but we don't know how well Matias cut the ring off because ain't nobody really went in there and really tried to box with him like that to show like, hey, I'm gonna cut the ring off. I think the first 2 rounds in the Malik Hawkins fight, Malik Hawkins was boxing well. He was hitting Subriel. He was, kind of taking advantage and moving around. But at one point, he decided that he wanted to stay in there and box with him, and obviously that shit ain't work. And he got touched up and stopped. You know what I mean? But I want to see what he getting it. I want to see what Subriel could do with a boxer puncher like Regis Prograis. That's a great example because Regis ain't about to just stand in a pocket with you and just trade. He gonna catch you. He gonna move around. He gonna do. I mean, Regis. I fuck with Regis. So that's what I want to see. I want to see them styles. I want to see Subriel against other styles before I just start crowning him for beating the shit out of people that's just standing in front of him. You know what I'm saying? We do. I do that. And I do. Some of us do that a lot. Some of us say, oh, damn, this dude look like this in front of this style. But what about that style? What about a pure boxer? Because we've seen Subriel lose, even though he put dude in the hospital after. But Petros Anayan in that first fight, after the Dadashev fight, he gassed out. Anayan got the knockdown when Subriel didn't fall, but he fucking stumbled back all the way halfway across the ring in that Anayan fight in the first one, and he gassed out. He was gassed, bro. So it's not like I ain't seen Subriel be human. You know what I'm saying? Definitely seen the motherfucker be human before. So we have to see. Matias punches in person are scary in person. Ponce Corner was worried and
everybody punches hit different in person. Everybody punches hit different.
But the crazy part about Subriel, it looked like he just throwing. That's the wild part. It looked like he throwing all arm punches. It looked like he just be like this in there. It just looked like he in there shadow boxing doing this shit. Like that shit don't look hard, but the way them shits be landing and sounding, that shit be crazy. Matias is hard to outbox. How he hard to outbox? That's not true. Mean Machine is fighting for his career. The Mean Machine going to sleep, man. I don't know why. He
don't know who he's fighting. True.
He fighting Butayev.
Oh yeah, well,
Butayev gonna beat the shit. He might as well come. He might as well come. He might as well bring a job application to that fight because he gonna need that shit after. It's over.
Well, drive the 18 wheeler.
It's over. It's over after that one. For real. You know how that shit go, man. But hey, man, I've been rocking out for like 2 hours, man. I'm gonna jump up off here. Got work in the morning, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. My man Brian, appreciate you for rocking with me. Cal, you already know the shit, man.
Of course.
This nigga Polo tripping. Mean Machine gonna win. Polo, you wild. But nah, man, again, y'all appreciate y'all rocking with me, man, for sure, man. So what you said? You said pause. I thought Brian said pause.
No, I ain't say pause.
I said he trying to get that one back, but no, it's all good. But nah, I appreciate you for rocking with Gritty, for sure, my dog. Yeah, we could bet on that. We could bet on that, Polo. You know my money good, Polo. So we for sure could bet on that. I'm telling you, he gonna beat the shit out of Mean Machine. He gonna stop Mean Machine, bro. Like, okay, hit my DM, Polo, for sure.
Don't change his mind, bro.
Nah, Polo know what's up. And Polo money good too. I ain't gonna lie, Polo money good, so he know my shit good. So yeah, we gonna rock out. But now I appreciate it, man. Definitely, man. If you haven't and you still in the chat, like, comment, subscribe, man. Definitely that subscribe. I'm on a hunt trying to get these 1,000 followers so I can get these motherfucking super chats up so that motherfuckers can be dropping them. You know what I mean? $2 bills in this motherfucker. You feel me? I appreciate everybody, man. I'm about to jump off this joint, man.
Yo.